Minutes away from high school football action here. We have play here where the Argonaut Mustangs are taking on the Rosemont Athletics. Jake Giddy, Wolverines, sorry. It says Athletics on the thing there for me.
Well, somebody wrote it down wrong.
All right, well, anyway. So, Jake Giddy, Frank Halverson here, and of course, joined with us our wonderful producer, Michael Brashear. Frank, how's it going?
Well, it's going great. You know, this game tonight, well, let's call it like I see it. It's going to be a tough game for the Argonaut Mustangs. Rosemont comes in here tonight, and they come in at 5-1 and 3-0 in league. And in my Pigskin preview at the beginning of the year, I said Rosemont was a wild card. Rosemont's a team that always seems to have a lot of good athletes, but just can't kind of put it together as a team. Well, this year, it looks like they have finally done that. They come in tonight. They've scored 236 points and only allowed 59 across the season, 128 points in league and 29 allowed. They have leaders all across the board. They like to throw the ball. Their quarterback, Logan Wallers, leads the league in passing with 1,289 yards already on the season with 11 touchdowns, a 72% completion rate, and a 132.7 quarterback rating. These numbers are huge.
Those are video game numbers, Frank.
They absolutely are. So this team is very athletic. They're experienced, and, you know, they've got the second and third receivers in the league in Kylan English and Gus Bailey. They've got the sack leader in Alarian Conte with 9 tackles and a game and 5 sacks on the year. Castaneda leads the league in interceptions with 3. They're just stacked.
Yeah.
And they're leading everywhere. This Argonaut team, we've seen them progress from early in the season. Since Jordan Caspery has taken over, they've really kind of settled into who they are. Earl Gardner, J.C. Rocky, Xander Castro had a big game last week. But, you know, this is going to be a difficult game for the Mustangs tonight. And, you know, you look at the Sierra Valley Conference, you've got Bradshaw Christian, Rosemont, and Liberty Ranch all come in undefeated in league, and this is setting up for some great head-to-head battles because Rosemont hasn't played Liberty Ranch, Rosemont hasn't played Bradshaw Christian. So all those matchups are coming up in the end of the league schedule, and that's going to determine who the league winner is going to be. We've seen Bradshaw Christian.
Yeah.
I will tell you, Bradshaw Christian is not the team they were last year.
Yeah, they are definitely beatable, especially what we saw last night with Amador hanging in there right up until the end.
Liberty Ranch is undefeated on the season. It's going to be really interested, and I'm really interested to see this Rosemont team tonight.
Yeah.
To see Amador, you look around the league. So you look around the games tonight. Liberty Ranch is at home against El Dorado. That should be an easy win for them. Bradshaw Christian's at Union Mine. Bradshaw Christian should win that game. Amador should get another league win tonight. They're at Galt because everybody beats Galt. And Rosemont here at Argonaut. On the other side of the Mother Lode League, just a side note, you know, Calaveras comes in 4-2, 3-0 in league. They beat Somerville last week, who was also undefeated, just like they did last year. And that's going to set them up with a head-to-head coming up with Lennon in a couple weeks. They play Millennium tonight, who's 0-6.
Yeah.
That should be an easy win for Calaveras.
So we actually just found out, Frank, when we were coming over here, that that game actually got canceled. Millennium did not field a team for it, so they forfeited that game earlier tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we found that one earlier tonight. Yeah, I got to the station, and my dad's like, well, I'm going to give you updates I can, but the Calaveras game got canceled. Millennium.
Yeah, Millennium came in at 0-6, obviously struggling on the year. You know, the interesting thing, and I said this last week, you know, Bret Hart, who has struggled over the last few years, couple years, couldn't field a team. They've actually got a couple wins this year.
Yeah.
You know, so good for them in putting a program back together. And So there's a lot of good things going on in the Sierra Valley Conference as well as the Mother Lode League, and good head-to-head matchups coming up in both leagues. So it's going to be interesting as we come down to the end on how these teams are going to match up. Amador and Argonaut, I'm going to tell you what, it's going to face up to a real interesting big game.
Yeah.
Both of them come in, Argonaut 2-4, Amador 2-4. Amador should get a win tonight against Galt. Argonaut has not played Galt yet. So they're going to come in when that matchup at the end of the year, probably very even in the league. I don't think either one of them are going to have a shot at the playoffs. They've got 3 teams ahead of them that I don't think are going to fall back down to that level. So the Sierra Valley Conference has really turned into the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
There's the 3 teams on the top, Bradshaw Christian, Rosemont, and Liberty Ranch. Then you've got El Dorado, Union Mine, Amador, and Argonaut.
Right on. Well, hey, Frank, before we go any further in, we just want to...
Frank, I want to interrupt you for just a moment here.
Go ahead.
When Millennium first came into, not into the league, but as a high school, they weren't bad. They weren't bad. We actually played them. Jake may remember back in the day, but I just want to say it was either a stroke of genius or a cruel joke. Whoever gave Millennium their mascot, the Millennium Falcons.
Now I think that was absolutely intentional. I think they knew exactly what they were doing themselves, but that's just me.
Well, we've got the captains coming out on the field. Look at for Argonaut, we've got number 4, Jake Hartman, number 23, Earl Garner, number 67, Mike Amato, and number, is that 5 or 6 out there, Jake?
That is number, come on, son, turn over here. Number 5.
That is 5, Joseph Husselbach. And on the other side of the field, I see number 20. That is Manuel Sanchez, number 60. That is Messiah Simpson.
Number 20.
I got that was 20.
Oh.
I can't see the other couple numbers there. Looks
22, I think. Yeah, 2-2.
2-2 is Michael Bowler. And so they're out there for the coin toss right now, getting ready to get this one kicked off. The officials are showing both teams the coin and the rules, and we'll get ready for the coin toss here, and then we'll send it back to the studio. So the coin toss has been made, and Rosemont is going to receive. So that is how we're going to start this game. We're going to send it back to the studios for some words from our sponsors. You're listening to the JS West Propane pregame show, and we're going to be back for kickoff right after this.
We're talking to another satisfied JS West Propane customer. And what is your occupation, sir?
I am a short order cook.
Where are you?
Down here.
Say, you are short.
Don't start with me. Order up!
And you like JS West because?
I get clean, steady, dependable heat for my grill.
What do you cook on this grill?
Everything from hamburgers to shrimp. Don't say it.
I wasn't going to say it.
I won an award, you know.
Wasn't going to say it. Say, did you know that JS West Propane proudly serves Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Amador counties? And I won the Small Businessman of the Year award. Not going to say it.
For all your propane needs in Amador and Calaveras counties, call Ernie Burgess with JS West Propane, 209-916-5323.
Yeehaw! It's Conifer Internet, y'all! If your Netflix starts to stall, call us up. If your Zoom can't load it all, call us up. If your modem's out of luck and your hotspot's just a schmuck, then what you waiting for? Call us up.
Call us up at 866-378-8393.
Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. We are just moments away from kickoff here for this league matchup. The Argonaut Mustangs taking on the Rosemont
Wolverines.
Wolverines. There we go.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, the Argonaut band just finished the national anthem, and one of the things I've appreciated so much this year is having the high school bands on the field. And I got to tell you what, Jake, when we were over in El Dorado, that band is something else.
Oh, yeah, they are incredible.
It is a performance band, and they went out and did a halftime show, and they're marching around and moving and dancing and making formations. It reminded me back when I was in high school, because that's what our band used to do at every football game. It's awesome. I love to see the bands back involved in high school sports. And I really enjoyed that part of it, and a nice rendition of the national anthem for the Mustangs tonight. We're getting ready for kickoff. Argonauts kicking off to the Rosemont Wolverines, and this game gets underway. Kick going to be short, fielded at about the 14-yard line, up to the 20, to the 25, across the 30. He's got some room. He breaks a tackle across midfield. He gets drugged down just as he goes across the 45-yard line. Great return by number 6. That was Mariano Lopez. Or excuse me, number 6 for Emiliano Castaneda for Rosemont. And Rosemont has great field position to start this game off. Great return by Castaneda.
Yeah, and it looked like he just found an opening between the assignments for the Mustangs and just exploited that perfectly.
So they're going to have it for first and 10 at the 43-yard line of Argonaut. That's where Rosemont is going to start. Back in shotgun formation. The quarterback, number 3, Logan Wohlers. Motion comes from the left side. Wohlers hands it off straight ahead to number 5. Nice job by the defensive line there. He gets swallowed up for no gain.
Number 5 on the carry there for Rosemont.
That was Rodriguez, and he just had nowhere to go as the Argonaut defense just swallowed him up, loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 11.
And that was a good upfront fight there by the Mustangs. Did not let the zones develop.
So Waller's in the shotgun, lone back behind him. Motion comes from the right side. He's going to swing it out there on a little sweep play. He gets close. I think he's got the first down. Big kid, number 8, the tight end, Gus Bailey. Rosemont does not have any heights and weights on their roster, but I want to tell you what, just looking at Bailey out there, that's a pretty good-sized boy.
Looks like Austin Hoyt out there.
So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
Bit of a throwback for everybody.
Yeah, they're going to go empty backfield. 3 receivers split out to the right. Wohlers wants to throw, throws again to the big tight end. Still fighting for some yardage, and he's just hard to bring down. He's still on his feet, gets inside the 15, where he's finally brought down. Another first down for the Wolverines.
And this is just a little bubble screen right there. Had a good clear out and had initial contact there, but he's just a big boy.
They just couldn't get him down. He just kept fighting and fighting. The leg's still moving all the way down inside the 15-yard line. We'll call it right at the 15, 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Straight ahead handoff again to number 5. Nice gain on the play up to about the 6-yard line. Close to a first down, but it'll be 2nd down and short.
And 10 minutes and 16 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Real quick, while we got a little lull. Talking about the band, just real quick shout out to Mrs. Sophia Rochelle, who's definitely revitalized our band program at both high schools. It's been great to work with her.
2nd down and 2. Waller's in the shotgun. He wants to throw. He's looking, still looking. Now he's rolling left. Throws to the back of the end zone. Touchdown.
Let's see that.
That was to number 1, Kylan English. So the 6-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, Rosemont gets on the board in a hurry.
That was
Wohlers to English.
And that was an excellent scramble out there when the pocket broke down, and he kept his eyes downfield, didn't tuck it, and found a guy right in the back of the end zone. Excellent pass.
On to attempt the extra point. The snap. The kicker slipped when he went in for the kick. The kick is no good. look at the scoreboard. 9:51 to go here in the first quarter. The Wolverines score first. 6, Mustangs 0. Mustangs get their first possession right after this.
The family of Armstrong and Son Construction and Armstrong Self Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong and Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self Storage for safe and secure storage, conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong and Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 9:51 here left in the first quarter. Rosemont just coming off a score, 6-0. Set to kick. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Michael Brashear. Frank?
All right, the Mustangs getting ready to have their first possession of the night. Short field after a nice kickoff return for Rosemont. They take it in and convert it into a touchdown. Here's the kick. Short kick. Out of bounds. It goes out of bounds, and there's a flag. So Argonaut will start at their 35-yard line after the penalty.
All right, so now, Frank, we've said that the Mustangs have definitely improved over the last couple weeks to kind of come into their own. What do you think the main thing is for them if they want to come out with a win tonight?
Well, I think they need to start diversifying their offense. We've seen in the last couple weeks, for some reason, Casper can throw the ball, but they're reluctant to throw the ball until they have to throw the ball. And you're telling the defense that. Now, in the El Dorado game, it worked out for them. Last week, not so much. They had a beautiful little halfback double pass last week. But I think they need to diversify their offense and not just run, and only throw the ball when they have to. They need to throw on first and second downs.
And challenge that defense.
Well, it loosens up the defense. It doesn't allow them to stack the box. This Rosemont team is experienced and very athletic, and you can't let them settle into one thing. And I think the Argonaut offense has gotten really consistent in what they do, and therefore it's really predictable. There they go running around the right side. Nice gain on the play. Going to be a little bit short of the first down. Earl Gardner on the carry.
Yeah, looks like they must have given him.
I don't think they got a first down. It's going to be third down. Yes, it's going to be third down and about 6. They need to stay away from only throwing in passing situations.
Yeah.
It becomes too predictable and too easy to defend. Casper under center. Motion comes from the left side. They're going to give it to Gardner going across the right. He's got the first down as he gets across the 45-yard line. Going to be stopped at about the 48. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Here's he. Motion across. Just a second guy through handoff right there. Just right off tackle.
And, you know, I like the fact that was Scobie on the carry, I believe. They want to rely on the run, but they can't be as predictable as they've been because teams see that on film. First and 10. Pitch out. Ball's on the ground. Fumbled. It's still loose. There's a late flag. The ball's still loose. Picked up by Rosemont, racing to the end of the end zone. That's going to be a scoop and score touchdown, but there is a flag on the field. Maybe that was just for the fumble, marking that the ball was loose.
I see White Hat is signaling. Looks like the White Hat is signaling touchdown there.
So scoop and score for Rosemont, and just like that, the Mustangs find themselves in a 12-0 hole.
Yeah, and that was just a bobbled pitch. I don't know if he put it in front of him or too far away, but it looked like it just went into his gloves and right out. And then, of course, it didn't help when it got a nice squirt out across down towards the opposite side.
The ball got kicked out. This time the kick is up, and it is good. And just like that, with 8:29 left to go in the first quarter, Rosemont takes a 13-0 lead, and we'll be back right after this.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma and Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma and Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma and Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 8:29 here left in the first quarter. Rosemont on a scoop and score touchdown, now 13-0. Frank Halverson, Michael Brashear, Jake Giddy, Jim Giddy. Frank?
Errol Gardner and Xander Castro are back deep for the Mustangs, finding themselves early in this first quarter down by 13 points already with 2 quick scores by Rosemont, courtesy of the scoop and score. Short kick again, fielded by the up man at about the 27-yard line, brings it forward to about the 39, and that's where Argonaut will have it 1st and 10.
Now, I wonder, Frank, if they're giving them those, if they're kicking those short kicks on purpose, like if they don't want to get it to Gardner or something in the back.
Well, maybe yet to be determined. I don't know if they have the leg to get it deep. Both times we've seen them kick short. First time went out of bounds. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Caspery under center, split backs behind him. Handoff, trying to go across the right side. Nice gain on the play, gets across the 45-yard line. That was Errol Gardner on the carry for the Mustangs.
Second down for the Mustangs.
Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Decent downhill run by Gardner.
Haven't seen him throw the ball yet, and this is what I'm talking about. They only throw when it's obvious passing situations, and I think they really need to mix that up. Motion comes from the left side. Second man through, straight ahead. First down as he crosses the 50-yard line.
First down, Mustangs.
That was number 23 on the carry, Errol Gardner. Again, that'll move the chains and give the Mustangs a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
There's actually a weak side read right there.
So they moved the ball into Rosemont territory.
7:41 and counting here in the first.
Waller's under center, motion from the left. They're going to give it to him, trying to get around the right side for Argonaut, Gets up to the 45-yard line, gain of about 3. Castro on the carry.
Second down for the Mustangs.
It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Argonaut. Ball's going to be placed right at the 45-yard line. Starting to get a little fall feeling in the air a little bit, kind of football weather.
I was just about to comment on that. Yeah, it's like it's not too chilly yet, but you can start to feel that little bit of the bit, you know.
2nd down and 7. Caspery under center. Motion comes from the right side. They're going to give it to him, trying to get around on the sweep on the outside, and he's got nowhere to go as Rosemont stretches it out. Going to be a loss on the play. That was number 2, Will May, on the carry, and there was nothing going on there.
And this sort of textbook defense of this, right? Coming across, making sure that he can't get that belly out. Also, I don't think he had quite enough of a sidestep down to take off that pressure to get around to give him that angle.
So a loss of 6 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 13 for Argonaut. Caspery under center, 1 lone back behind him. Motion going to the right. They're going to hand it off, trying to get around the right side. Nice run. He's got the first down. What a big run there by number 23. That's Errol Gardner. Gets all the way up to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And again,
they're just very reluctant to throw the football. You would have thought on a 3rd and long like that, and you're sitting up at 3rd and 13, you might have saw a pass. But no, they put Gardner in around the right side, got the first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line for the Mustangs.
And Gardner got some pretty good blocks downfield. That was nice, and he read that pretty well.
Caspery under center. Straight ahead handoff this time to number 4 for the Mustangs. That's Jake Hartman. You know, at the start of this year, we saw Hartman in the first couple games at quarterback, and they haven't really used him much on offense. He gets to carry there, gains 3 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Ball's at the 29-yard line.
Let's see here. We have a Mountain Merchant scoring update I will give you after this play.
Casper under center, 2 receivers to the left. Blitz up the middle. They run it up the middle, get down to the 25-yard line.
Ball carried by number 23, Aaron Garner.
Garner again, he just missed the blitz. They were coming through the B gap on the right side, and he went to the right. Nice gain on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Mustangs.
And our our Mountain Merchant scoring update, sorry. We have Bradshaw Christian 7, Union Mine 0. Liberty Ranch 7, El Dorado 0 with 10 minutes left in the first quarter. And then Amador and Galt both at 0 with 7 minutes left in the first quarter there. That's your Mountain Merchant scoring update.
All right, 3rd and 3 for the Mustangs. Casper hands it off. Going to be stopped short. That was Garner again. Going to be stopped short of the 1st down. It'll set up a 4th down. I'm sure the Mustangs are going to go for it. At this point, it'll be 4th and 2 for Argonaut, trailing this one 13-0. Ball sits at the just inside the 24-yard line.
Yeah, and Gardner on there just couldn't get that little last bit of push to get him over the line.
So 4th down for the Mustangs. They don't want to turn the ball over right back here on downs for sure. Casper under center. Motion comes. Handoff trying to get around the left side. He's got a lot of trouble going in there. He's going to get close, but I think he's going to be short.
I see where they spot it.
Yeah, that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Rosemont's going to take it over.
Yep, and there's the signal.
So they had a nice little drive going there to start at the 39-yard line, but stalled, and Rosemont's going to take over at the 24. 1st and 10 from there, leading this one 13-0.
And that was going to be difficult. That play is a long developing play, and they were showing blitz through A gap the entire time.
Waller's in the shotgun, empty backfield. He rolls to his left. He looks, throws a little out pass to the big tight end, again complete. That was number 8, Gus Bailey. That'll be 2nd down after a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He gets a little zig out pattern there. Good tackle there.
Rosemont goes quickly to the line. Get the signal called in. 2 receivers out to the right. Woolers has 1 back behind him. Handoff straight ahead. Gets hit, breaks a tackle, goes forward close to the 1st down yardage.
Ball carried by number 0, Michael Johnson.
3 minutes and 5 seconds here and counting in the first quarter.
Michael Johnson on the carry. The leading rusher on this team is, man, let me look at my notes here, Alex Pitt. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
You know,
Woolers again in the shotgun. He's looking to throw. He's still looking. He wants to go long. He's got a receiver. Caught.
Wow.
Just inside the 30-yard line. Beautiful throw, beautiful catch.
Yeah, look
that
at this
was by
ball.
number 18, I believe. That was Josiah Taylor.
You know, and that is composure. He stepped up there. That was a beautiful spiral right in stride. Wow. Right on the button.
All the way up to the 29-yard line, so the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10 from there. And, man, they have just been marching the ball down the field. Timeout on the field. We're going to send it back to the studios here. Word from our sponsors. We're going to be back with 2:36 left in the first quarter right after this.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln is your regional commercial van and truck headquarters. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you, and their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln for a variety of new and used cars and trucks, commercial vehicles, parts, service, and financing. Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership on the web at bigvalleyford.biz and in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 2 minutes and 36 seconds here left in the first quarter, coming off a Mustang timeout. Real quick, we have a Mountain Merchant scoring update. Liberty Ranch puts on another 14-0 over El Dorado. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Frank?
All right, here we go. Rosemont has just had their way. This is only the second possession, but they scored a defensive touchdown on a scoop and score. So they're here threatening again inside the 30-yard line, already leading this one 13-0. So 1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Wooler in the shotgun, one back to his left. 3 receivers out to the right.
And
Argonaut comes on a blitz, but there's an early flag.
yeah, they're going to call it a neutral zone infraction there. I think he got started a little early. Let's see here. And there's the come in, and yep.
Yeah, it's against Argonaut, so that'll move it up 5 yards. It'll be 1st down and 5.
It's a frame too early.
Argonaut had dialed up a blitz there, and they were just trying to jump the snap count and went across the line early. So 1st down and 5 for Rosemont. Wohlers wants to throw a blitz again. They throw a middle screen wide open. Nobody around at number 24. He gets inside the 10-yard line, fighting towards the end zone. Touchdown.
By number 24,
Wohlers to number 24. That was Kenyon Hughes on a beautiful screen.
Wow, now that was exactly textbook how you want to see it drawn up. Wow. You know, that's one of the things, if you're a defensive lineman or someone, you're coming off and the guy who was in front of you let you go, you need to be looking for a trap or a screen.
Well, Argonaut came on a full-out blitz there, and it was a perfect call on the screen, and it was set up perfectly, an easy touchdown there for Rosemont. The snap, the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it left. So with 2:18 left to go in the first quarter, Rosemont Wolverines 19, the Argonaut Mustangs 0. We'll be back right after this.
This is Braxton Gilman. In the game of life, unexpected hits can come out of nowhere. But with Matic Vukovic Insurance, you can tackle those surprises head on. Whether it's auto, home, business, or life insurance. My dad at Matic Vukovic has the playbook you need to stay protected.
This is Mila Gilman. I want you to call my dad at Matic Vukovic Insurance in Jackson today at 223-4040.
Hi, I'm Bo Gilman, owner of Matic Vukovic Insurance, where you can always count on a win.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 2:18 left in the first quarter. Rosemont set to kick. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Michael Brashear. Guys?
Well, it's been all Rosemont so far in this game. Rosemont getting ready to kick off, leading this one 19-0.
Yeah, and they've kind of been able to do whatever they needed to do.
Wow, it was a beautiful long pass to set up the screen pass touchdown from Wohlers. And like I said, he comes in the league leading passer with almost 1,300 yards already on the season. Another short kick fielded just about the 28-yard line. Argonaut trying to bring it around the left side. He's got some room across the 40 to the 45. He's drugged down just short of the 50-yard line. Nice return by the Mustangs right there. That was number 8, I believe, Jonathan Constance. So the Mustangs have good field position. They just need to figure out a way. They're going to place it just short of the 50-yard line. So their third possession of the quarter.
2:10 left.
This is when I think they need to open up this offense a little bit, kind of stretch that defense. They've pretty much got the box loaded up. Handoff straight ahead to Gardner. He gets hit immediately, gain of a couple on the play, but nothing else after that.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at their linebackers here. See what they got.
Number 28,
Yeah, their linebacker's about 2 yards out, so not definitely closer, but not necessarily stacking, but still.
2nd down and 7 for the Mustangs. Casper again under center, split backs behind him. Motion comes from the left side. Casper wants to throw. He's looking. Now he rolls a little bit to his left. He throws it. Tipped. Incomplete.
Oh, wow.
He was trying to get it to Gardner over the middle, and it was a little bit short. It was tipped by the Rosemont defender and falls incomplete. Set up 3rd down and 7 for Argonaut.
There you go. Yeah, just tipped out of the way right there. Was able to get his hand up.
So 3rd down and 7 for the Mustangs. 1:28 left to go here in the first quarter.
The Mountain Merchant scoring update I'll give you after this play.
Casper under center. Motion again from the left side. They're going to give it to him, trying to get on a jet sweep. He gets hit, a loss of yardage on the play. That's going to set up a 4th down and long for the Mustangs. They tried to get around on that jet sweep to Xander Castro, and there was nothing going on there as Rosemont defense held tight.
All right, so that Mount Merchant scoring update I promised you at the end of the first quarter. It is now Bradshaw Christian 7, Union Mine 0.
4th down, and Argonaut's going to bring in the punting unit. Back deep for Rosemont is number 24. That is Kenyon Hughes.
I believe isn't he the leading receiver?
Good kick. Hughes lets it drop at about the 15-yard line, takes an Argonaut bounce. It's going to go inside the 5-yard line before it's downed at the 4. What a terrific kick there for the Mustangs. That was, I believe, that was Jace Rocky.
Yeah, man, and then what a bounce coming out there, too. I mean, that a perfect hang time. His gunners were able to get right up in his face. That was perfect.
Great kick by Rocky. Going to put Rosemont with long field here. 1st and 10 for the 4-yard line. 37 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Rosemont leading this one 19-0.
Another Mountain Merchant scoring update. Bradshaw Christian just scored early in the opening seconds of the second quarter. 14-0 now on top of Union Mine.
1st and 10, they're going to run it out from the 4-yard line. Gets a little hole, going to be hit just short of the 10, gain of about 5 on the play. 28 seconds left. That's probably going to be the last play of the quarter. Let's see if they choose to run it out. I would imagine they're going to take their time here. 15 seconds left and counting.
Yeah.
They're coming up the line. They may try to get a playoff. Nope, that's it. That'll be the end of the first quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Rosemont Wolverines 19. Argonaut Mustangs 0. We're going to be back with second quarter action right after this.
Are you planning a landscaping project? Don't have the right tools for the job? Let Campbell Construction General Engineering Incorporated give you a hand. Campbell Construction has everything you'll need to get the job done right. Locally owned and operated since 2005, they're open Monday through Saturday at 175 Sutter Hill Road, Sutter Creek. Call them today, 267-5998. That's 267-5998. Campbell Construction. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field where we're about to kick off second quarter action here with the Mustangs and the Wolverines. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson here. Scoreboard shows Rosemont 19, Mustangs 0. Frank?
Rosemont's going to have it second down from the, well, they just moved the ball, get it to the 14-yard line.
There we go.
So second down and 6 for Rosemont.
The longest field they've had all game, I believe.
Handoff trying to get over to the right side. Bounces outside, and he's got nobody in front of him. He gets across the 30 to the 40. He gets hit and dragged down finally at about the 45-yard line. Big gain on the play. That is number 5, Alex Pitt Rodriguez.
Ah, man. And that was just a matter of the defensive end just sucking in too early, and he had nowhere but green grass on the outside.
So they take it all the way up just short of the 45-yard line, mark it to the 44 to be 1st and 10 for Rosemont.
Let's see.
Woller's looking to the sideline, getting the play call. 2 backs behind him in the I formation, 2 receivers split out to the left. No, Woller's in the shotgun now. Hands off. No, he throws out to the left to the big tight end again. Number 8 gets across the 50-yard line down to the 45. That'll be a 1st down. That is Gus Bailey. That's a big kid.
That is a big kid. Definitely not somebody I want to see coming running at me at full speed.
Takes it down to the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 for Rosemont. And the Argonaut defense so far has not had an answer for this Rosemont offense. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines.
We have a scoring update I'll give you after this play. We get some decent updates.
Woller's in the shotgun, empty backfield. He looks to his left, throws a little bubble screen out to the right. He breaks a tackle. He gets the 1st down up across the 30-yard line where he's finally knocked out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rosemont.
Again, so far they've run all of their screens to great success. They've had really good bite.
1st and 10 for Rosemont. Ball's placed at the 30-yard line. Wohlers again is going to operate from an empty backfield. 4 receivers out to the left. Wohlers rolls to his left. He wants to throw, and he's hit in the backfield. Dropped for a sack.
Sacked by number 11.
That was number 11 for Argonaut, Adam Garcia.
All right. Hey, Adam. Look at you. And look, and he just came flying off the end there, got his hands up, wrapped. Beautiful sack.
Wohlers was rolling to his left with 4 receivers split out that way, and Garcia just came charging in, took him down for the sack all the way back to the 39-yard line. It'll be 2nd and long. Wohlers gets a snap. It seemed like it caught everybody by surprise. Maybe a busted play. Gains about. Now Argonaut's claiming there was a fumble.
Yeah, there was a fumble. There was indeed. Let's look at this. Yeah, so it looks like, yeah, he was like, uh-oh, nobody came. Then ball gets coughed up immediately before he's tackled. Yeah, and it looks like Mustangs rolled on top of it. Let's see.
Well, no signal from the ref yet on that. Wohlers didn't expect the snap when it came, and he just tucked it in and ran down. It looks like Rosemont's going to retain possession.
Must have happened in the bottom of the scrum there.
So Rosemont's going to retain possession, but it is going to be a 3rd down and about 18 for the Wolverines.
That Mount Mercer scoring update real quick. Liberty Ranch 21, El Dorado 0. 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the 1st quarter there.
Wohlers in the shotgun, 3rd and long. Motion comes from the right side. He wants to throw. There's a flag. Thrown out, incomplete, thrown just a little bit high. We'll see what the flag is.
And it came from our near side here, our side judge here.
Still waiting for the signal.
All right.
Still haven't seen a signal from the white. There it is.
Yeah.
False start against Rosemont has declined, so it'll set up a 4th down and long. Rosemont's going to go for it. The ball sitting at the 38-yard line.
And
another flag. Wohlers throws a little. Oh,
man.
A hook and lateral in for the touchdown, but let's see what the flag is.
Yeah, that's coming back again. A false start again there. The receiver on this side came in a little too early. Again, number 18 it looks like. But, man, that was a neat play. Coach, you would be proud of that one.
Hook and lateral. It was thrown to the big tight end, number 8, Gus Bailey, who pitched it back to the back. False start against Rosemont. That's going to negate the touchdown, bring them back 5 more yards, and make it 4th and forever.
9:13 here left in the half. And it looks like there's been a pause to the Amador game. There was a Galt player down on the field and looked kind of serious. So hopefully it is not too serious and that game gets back underway and everyone is safe and okay there.
So the ball is going to be set all the way back to the 43-yard line, and Rosemont's going to punt.
Here we go.
9:13 left to go in the second quarter.
Back deep is number 23 for the Mustangs. That's Earl Gardner. High snap.
First punt of the night for Rosemont. Gardner's going to let it bounce. It takes a Rosemont bounce, goes out inside the 5-yard line. So Argonaut's going to have a long way to go where they'll have it 1st and 10 at about the 3.
Again, really nice punts. Let's see here.
Well, Gardner didn't look like he had a lot of pressure on that. I'm not sure why he didn't step up and catch that ball. He chose to let it bounce, and it rolled all the way back to the 3-yard line. So Argonaut's going to have a long field to work with here, 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's going to be a rough go. All right, we got 9:03 here left in the half. Let's see if the Mustangs can get something on this drive.
Mustangs break the huddle. Gaspery's going to go under center. Lone back behind him. Motion comes from the left side. They're going to give it to him, trying to get around the edge. Gets up to the 5 where he's brought down immediately, so gain of about 2 on the play. That was Will May on the carry. Gain of 2, it'll set up a 2nd down and 8.
Let's see, yeah. Looking at Rosemont here, and it looks like based on the movement of their linebackers and the defensive ends, it looks like they are really keying motion. They're really keying motion.
2nd down and 8 for Argonaut, deep in their own territory.
And that seems to be what's giving them that jump, those jumps on those sweeps.
Caspery under center, motion again from the left side. Straight ahead handoff and nothing going on. Loss of a couple on the play. It'll set up a 3rd down and 10 after a loss of 2 on the carry.
8-10 and counting here.
Argonaut just needs to get out of these predictable calls. They need to start mixing it up a little bit, in my opinion. They're just too consistent in their play calling. Caspery can throw the ball. Let him do it. They mark it 3rd down and 9. Hand it off again. Breaks a couple tackles, gets across the 5-yard line, and it's going to set up a 4th down and long, and Argonaut's going to be forced to punt, and Rosemont's going to get the ball back with good field position.
It's almost like there was a collision almost in the backfield, but no, it's just how it was designed, just a little crossbuck sort of thing.
I just don't understand the play call. It just, I don't know.
I'm with you, Frank. Oh,
almost blocked. A high kick doesn't go hardly anywhere. Rosemont player is saying to get away from it. It bounces back. Rosemont picks it up at the 10-yard line and takes it into the end zone.
And there's a flag.
They're
going
to call it down, I believe, but that ball didn't go.
Oh no, roughing 15. The kicker. There's a roughing the kicker call back there.
I don't see the flag in the end zone.
The white hat just did a signal off there. It's right there. It's right there in the yellow of the O of Argonaut right there.
Big rush by Rosemont. Now the question is, because the ball went nowhere, so was the ball tipped?
Let's see.
I think that's the discussion right now.
I'm not sure because it went pretty much straight up. Let's see here.
I still haven't got the flag is being picked up. I still don't see a signal.
Let's see. Yep.
Yep, it roughed the kicker. 1st down for the Mustangs. The ball went straight up in the air. That means we hit it. Well, it doesn't matter if the ball's in the air if you rough the kicker. being yelled from the booth next to us. That does not matter on the penalty.
I see here.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. The ball's at the 14-yard line. Big break for Argonaut.
Yeah, that was real close.
Motion from the left side. Handoff on the counter. Gain of maybe 1 on the play at about the 15-yard line.
The ball was on the ground. It looked
now
like.
They're saying there's a fumble, and Rosemont recovers.
I see there. Yep.
Second fumble of the night for Argonaut. Rosemont recovers with great field position. Ball's going to be placed at the 16-yard line.
It looked like number 0 just kind of came in and put his helmet right there, right where the ball was, and popped it right out. 6:43 here left in the first half.
So 1st and 10 for Rosemont, leading this one 19-0. At the 16-yard line. Woller's in the shotgun. One back to his right. He wants to throw. There's a flag. Third flag in a row is complete to the tight end. Gets hit after a gain of about 8. But let's see what the flag is. I'm guessing that's another procedure penalty against Rosemont. That would be their third in a row.
Yep. Right there off the outside. Let's see.
Now they're waving it off.
All right.
Now they're waving the flag off. So a nice gain on the play with the completion of Bailey. Now they're moving the marker. It'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 7-yard line.
.625.
Wohlers again in the shotgun. Hands it off to the right side. Number 8 gets a first down where he's brought down there at about the 5-yard line. That was number 8, Gus Bailey.
It's a first down from Rosemont.
So 1st and goal for the Wolverines.
And looks like there's a timeout.
Timeout of the field. 6:14 left to go in the first half. We'll send it back for word from our sponsors, and we'll be back right after this.
Glass Doctor of the Gold Country hopes you're enjoying tonight's Sierra Valley Conference game. Now is the perfect time to get rid of those old windows that let the cold air in. Replace them with brand new windows from Glass Doctor. Glass Doctor strives to offer the best value in home glass repair and replacement. Glass Doctor also has 24-hour emergency service. When glass breaks, call the doctor. That's the Glass Doctor. We really do fix your pain.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 6:14 here left in the first half. Rosemont is in the red zone. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Michael Brashear. Frank?
Well, Rosemont has his 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line, leading this one 19-0 after the timeout. Woller's going to operate for the shotgun. Woller's going to keep it himself. Gets hit. Short gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Logan Wohlers. Tackled by number 51, Isaac Wright. 2nd down for the Wolverines.
Oh, Ike, how about that?
They're going to mark it a gain of 1 on the play, so it'll be 2nd goal from just inside the 5-yard line.
Very good. Man, it's so weird to me that so I know Isaac very well. He's the brother of one of my very good friends, and it's so weird to me that he's a high schooler. He's a senior this year. Jeez.
Straight ahead handoff gets down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there. Number 5, Alex Pitt Rodriguez on the carry. Set up a 3rd down and goal for Rosemont.
Hey, we have a quick Mount Merchant scoring update. So at first we had Liberty Ranch 21, El Dorado scoring with 1:40 left in the first quarter there. Liberty Ranch answers back 28-7 at the end of the first. Amador 7, Galt 0, 5 minutes left.
Into the end zone for the 3-yard touchdown. That was number 5, Pitt Rodriguez from 3 yards out. Touchdown Rosemont, take a 25-0 lead, waiting for the extra point.
And a nice, easy trudging run down there.
Rosemont has just been doing anything they wanted to do so far in this game, absolutely controlling everything here, awaiting the extra point here with a 25-0 lead. And after a couple missed extra points, it looks like they're going to go for 2. Wooler's under center, wishbone formation. Wooler's going to keep it, and he's going to walk into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion is good. With 5:02 remaining, look at the scoreboard. Rosemont Wolverines 27, Argonaut Mustangs 0. We'll be back right after this.
The family of Armstrong & Son Construction and Armstrong Self-Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong & Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self-Storage for safe and secure storage, conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong & Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 27-0 is our score. Rosemont on top. 5:02 left in the half. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Michael Bashir. Rosemont set to kick. Frank?
Well, we'll see what kind of answer the Mustangs have. They've just been getting dominated so far in this half, and they're really going to have to start mixing this up. Another kick out of bounds, which I just don't understand. He kicked right on the top of the ball, and it just tumbled forward.
Yeah.
That ball is going to be placed. So if it's out of bounds, so the rule is if it's out of bounds inside the 35-yard line, the ball is placed at the 35. If the ball is kicked out short of the 35, the ball. Well, I don't know why Argonaut would take that there was a penalty against Rosemont on the kick, and they're going to re-kick.
Yeah, it doesn't move. It moves it back, right?
Well, it moves it back, but obviously it was a pre-kick penalty, so therefore Argonaut did not have the opportunity to refuse the penalty and take it at about the 42-yard line. So they're going to move the ball back to the 35 now, and Rosemont's going to re-kick. Their kickoffs have been a little less than desirable so far here in the first half, and I don't know if that's something that they've struggled with all year. It's our first chance to take a look at Rosemont this year, but man, they've kicked 3 out of bounds now. If it wasn't for that penalty, Argonaut would have had the ball at the 42-yard line, but let's see what they're going to do, but they're going to re-kick it right now. And now it's a low line drive kick fielded at the 32-yard line, straight ahead to the 40, still on his feet across the 45, and he stopped short of the 50-yard line.
Oh, easy, boys, easy now.
Returned by number 16, Edison Neck.
Edison Neck on the return brings it up to the 48-yard line, where Argonaut will have it 1st and 10 from there. 4:53 left to go here in the half.
All right. So, pretty good field position there for the Mustangs.
Well, they have to do something with it, and they haven't been able to capitalize so far. And I really want to see them open up this offense a little bit. Casper again under center, lone back behind him. Motion comes from the left side. They're going to give it to him. Up the middle, gets up to about the 46-yard line. Gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And another Mount Merchant scoring up to here. Union Mine scores with under a minute left in the half to bring the score to 14-8. There.
Union Mine kind of hanging in there a little bit there.
Yeah, so it would seem.
2nd down and 4 for the Mustangs. Ball at the Rosemont 46-yard line. Motion comes from the left side. Going to give it to him, trying to get around outside. He's got the 40, the 1st down, 35. Hops forward to about the 26-yard line. Nice run by number 7 for the Mustangs. That's Xander Castro. It'll be a first down for the Mustangs.
See, and there he got a nice, good belly on that one that gave him the depth that he needed to get the edge on that defensive end. So, yeah, excellent run. That's how you want to see him.
Xander Castro for the gain on the first down, 1st and 10 for Argonaut. Desperately need to get some points on the board here. 4:03 left to go in the first half. Handoff trying to get around inside. That was number 7, Xander Castro, tackled after a short gain. They're going to call it no gain at all. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and he came around that corner. There was just nothing really for him to do. And by the time he was making his way to bounce out, he had the backside pursuit caught him. 3:38 and counting here left in the first half.
2 costly fumbles in the first half here by Argonaut. Caspery's now going to operate out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. He wants to throw. He's looking. He throws short, incomplete. That'll set up a 3rd down and 10 for the Mustangs. Had a receiver open on a little curl route, but threw the ball short, spiked it into the ground. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Argonaut.
Looked like a can of his hand weird.
Lundgren was the intended receiver.
Yeah, it's like it slipped out.
So 3rd down and 10 for Argonaut. The clock, I don't know why the clock is running. It was an incomplete pass. It should have stopped. Why the clock isn't stopped on the incompletion, I have no idea. Every week I call these games, it's either the officials or the clock. It seems like amateur hour. Caspery wants to throw. He's rolling to his right. He throws short. Complete. Oh, it just hammered. A loss on the play. The receiver was Errol Gardner, and he just got slammed by the linebacker who came across there.
4th down for the Mustangs.
Right from the backside. He didn't see it coming. That was number 12, Alarin Conta.
Man.
4th down and 10 for Argonaut. Caspery in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. Motion comes from the right side. Caspery looking. He's under pressure. Now he fumbles the ball. It's on the ground. He's still looking. He throws incomplete, almost intercepted. But Argonaut's going to turn it over on downs.
1 minute 53 seconds here left in the first half, and that is not how the Mustangs wanted to end their drive.
So just kind of a comedy of errors there. And, man, the Mustangs have really been out of sync. They're lucky that ball wasn't intercepted. Actually, it would have been better off if they would have intercepted that. They'd have had Rosemont has better field position because of that. On the turnover on downs, it'll be 1st and 10 for Rosemont. 1:53 left. Rosemont still has all 3 timeouts, so we'll see what they try to do with it. Walters in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Now motion comes from the left side. Belly's out wide. Throws it back. It looks like it's going to be a double pass, which it is. Oh, and he had a receiver wide open. The receiver slipped and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's a little neat one, wasn't it?
It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Rosemont. 1:47 left to go here in the half.
Yeah, just a little bit underthrown, and number 1 was trying to come back and slipped. Got hit by the turf monster there. 1:47 here left in the first half. Rosemont with the ball.
2nd down and 10 for the Wolverines. Walters again in the shotgun. Oh, low snap. Walters picks it up. Now he avoids 1 tackle. He's still trying to get outside, gets a short gain across the 32-yard line, out of bounds. It will set up a 3rd down for the Wolverines. Now, the clock continues to run. I don't understand this.
Did they not tackle him out of bounds?
Well, it sure looked like it to me. But the clock continues to run. Now pressure coming from the right side. Wolder has to go back, try to avoid it. Throws. Intercepted.
Let's see.
Let's see what the call. It looked like it was intercepted by the Mustangs.
Let's see here. Looking at that. And yeah, it looks like it is a Mustang ball coming off the side here. Yep, no, and it looks like,
number 4, Jake Hartman.
Yeah, Hartman.
Interception by Hartman.
And Hartman just stepped up there and, made a nice jostle for it right at the end.
So Argonaut is going to take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line with 1:07 left to go. Argonaut has one timeout. Caspery's going to operate from the shotgun. Motion comes from the left side. Caspery's looking. He's rolling his right. Under pressure. Throws.
And complete.
Complete at the 30-yard line to Will May. Clock continues to run. Argonaut still has one timeout left. The ball sits at the 30-yard line. Argonaut hurries to the line. Caspery again in the shotgun. Motion comes from the right side. Caspery's looking. He wants to throw. He's throwing to the corner. Got an open receiver. It's caught. Touchdown!
Let's see that on the replay here real quick, Frank.
Number 12, J.J. Lundgren.
32-yard touchdown. Caspery to Lundgren.
And right there, just a slight mistime by the defender. And beautiful wide open there afterwards.
That's going to be our Mellon Faze and VG Lounge call of the game. Touchdown pass, Caspery to Lundgren to put Argonaut on the board. Argonaut on to attempt the extra point with 37 seconds left. Snap, the kick is up. And it is good. 37 seconds left to go in the first half. Rosemont 27, Argonaut 7. We'll be right back after this.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma and Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma and Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma and Associates provides. Call 223-0156, serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here. 37 seconds here left in the first half. Mustangs on the board after that beautiful 32-yard pass. Mustangs 7, Rosemont 27. Mustangs set to kick. Frank Halverson, Jake Geedy, Michael Brashear. Frank?
See, that's what I don't understand about the play call from Argonaut. They can throw the football. Why throw it only when you're in obvious passing downs? It was a great catch by Lundgren. He went up and high pointed the ball. The defender was actually right in front of him. And the ball was up for grabs, and Lundgren went up and got it. So Argonaut gets on the scoreboard as they kick off here. And Rosemont has it 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line with 34 seconds left. Rosemont still has 3 timeouts. Argonaut will be receiving to start the second half. Waller's in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Wallers wants to throw. He's going deep over the middle to big tight end, number 8. That was Gus Bailey. It was overthrown. 2nd down and 10 for the Wolverines.
So Garcia coming off the outside. And just floated it just a little bit.
So 2nd and 10 with 28 seconds left here to go in the third quarter. And the Wolverines look like they're not settling. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Motion now comes from the right side. Flag. False start against Rosemont.
Yeah, there we go.
That's their 4th false start penalty here in this half. And all the false starts have not been created by the interior line. They've all been out by receivers. And that should never happen. The receivers are looking straight down the line. Now it looks like Rosemont's going to go up in victory formation. They'll kneel down to let this half run out. I don't think Argonaut has any intention of calling a timeout. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Rosemont 27, Argonaut Mustangs 7. We're going to be back with our Conifer Communications halftime show right after this.
Yeehaw! It's Conifer Internet, y'all. If your Netflix starts to stall, call us up. If your Zoom can't load it all, call us up. If your modem's out of luck and your hotspot's just a schmuck, then what you waiting for? Call us up.
Call us up at 866-378-8393.
Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness.
We're talking to another satisfied JS West propane customer. And what is your occupation, sir?
I am a short order cook.
Where are you?
Down here.
Say, you are short.
Don't start with me. Order up!
And you like JS West because?
I get clean, steady, dependable heat for my grill.
What do you cook on this grill?
Everything from hamburgers to shrimp. Don't say it.
I wasn't going to say it.
I won an award, you know.
Wasn't going to say it. Say, did you know that JS West Propane proudly serves Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Amador counties? And I won the Small Businessman of the Year award. Not going to say it.
For all your propane needs in Amador and Calaveras counties, call Ernie Burgess with JS West Propane, 209-916-5323.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. We are at halftime where the scoreboard shows Mustangs 7 and the Rosemont Wolverines 27. You're listening to the Conifer Communications halftime show. I'm Jay Geedy, joining Frank Halverson here and Michael Bashir in the booth. So, Frank, we just saw the first half of football here. What do you think?
Well, you know, Rosemont really controlled that first half. They took the opening kickoff, had good field position for the 43-yard line after a good kick return. 6-yard touchdown. Walters to Inglis at 9:51 to take a 6-0 lead. They missed the extra point. Argonaut gets their first possession and fumbles the football. Rosemont picks it up on a scoop and score, and just like that, it was 13-0 Rosemont. Argonaut gets back, and they promptly turn it over on downs. And Rosemont goes back to work. Walters to Hughes, a 24-yard touchdown pass to take a 24 from the 24-yard line, take a 19-0 lead. Argonaut goes 3 and out again, and that's the way we stood at the end of the first quarter, 19-0. Rosemont had to punt. Argonaut gets it back, and then they fumble. Rosemont gets the ball back, and Rodriguez takes it in from 3 yards out. The 2-point conversion made it 27-0. Argonaut turns it over on downs. Then Hartman gets an interception to give the ball back to Argonaut. And with 37 seconds left, from 32 yards out, Casfrey to Lundgren for the touchdown to put Argonaut on the board. That was our Mellon Faze in the BG Lounge call of the game to make the score 21-7, and that's how the first half ended. So, you know, Rosemont pretty much had their way other than the interception. Argonaut fumbled the ball a couple times, and we sit at 27-7. And, you know, as I was talking about earlier in the game, Argonaut scored their touchdown because they started throwing the football.
Yeah.
They need to stop doing that when they're just in obvious passing situations. They really need to start to mix up their offensive calls. They cannot just continue to throw the ball in obvious passing situations and run the ball everything else. And that's been a propensity that we've seen for 3 weeks in a row. Mm-hmm. And they need to figure that out. They need to soften that defense a little bit to make that running game a little more successful. And they can do that by altering their play calls and starting to throw the ball in maybe what would be considered obvious rushing downs instead of just obvious passing downs. 3 weeks in a row, it's driving me crazy.
You know, it does add to basically makes it a little more one-dimensional of a thing. You can keep your backers up. You don't have to keep them out there. You can bring your corners in. If you're not worried about them putting something over the top of you, why put them out there?
Well, you know, look, the passing game makes the running game work, and the running game makes the passing game work. And when you get so locked in to just calling the same plays until you're way behind and then you have to pass, or you're way behind the sticks and you have to pass, that's a lot easier to defend. And this Argonaut staff needs to look at what the heck's going on in these games, and they need to start mixing up their play calls.
Yeah. Well, real quick, I'm going to give you our what our scores are looking like around the league before we go to AJM there real quick at the studios. Real quick, so what we have at halftime right now, we have Bradshaw Christian 14, Union Mine 8. Then Amador on top of Galt 21-0. That game's still in the second quarter after the delay that happened due to the injury. Then we have Liberty Ranch 28, El Dorado 7 going into the second quarter. There was our last score for them there. And then, of course, 27-7 here at Dan Barnett Field. So that is looking around the league. Frank?
All right, we're going to send it back to the studios for AGM Live, and we'll be back with second half action right after this.
Thank you, guys. It is AJM Live with Bo Gilman. I'm Jim Geedy. Well, Bo.
Good evening, Jim. Yeah, I walked over today.
Yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, after 2 straight weeks of sweeps, the broom had to stay in the corner.
So how'd it go?
It went fairly well for us. As you know, Houston is a powerhouse. Forever they have been.
Always.
Football. But hey, starting off with our junior novice boys who are 7-0. We knew Houston was going to be tough. I think they only had 1 loss. They lost to Galt early on, and Galt kind of gave our boys a game. We ended up beating them by 2 touchdowns. We knew they'd be tough, but this game, it was 0-0 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And Max Womack broke a 60, 70-yard run down the left side for the win, which is pretty cool. I think it taught our staff and boys a lot. You know, they haven't been tested too much this year, so I think going into playoffs and hopefully a Super Bowl, you know how much film and studying the other team matters. I don't think we've had to do that yet.
Right.
So I think this is a big eye opener. I'm kind of glad it happened. Even like they say, you know, even those you get more out of those losses than you do those wins. Yeah. So that game could have gone either way. The novice game was pretty one-sided to Houston's favor. We knew Houston was going to be tough. I think they only had 1 loss going in, so I think they were 5-1. Our boys battled back to 3-3 with that win against Linden the week before, but it was all Houston all day. 33-0. They ran all over us. Our boys weren't tackling.
Yeah.
They looked okay on offense, but just one of those games where they moved the ball but didn't turn it into anything.
Next game.
Yeah, wrong. My game, the JV level, it was a hard-fought game. We ended up winning 13-6. Jason Airy scored 1. Dominic Raver scored on a long one. We're making mistakes. We were getting a lot of big plays called back 2 weeks in a row, holding, blocks in the back. We need to clean that up. This next week we have a battle, which we'll get to after I go over the varsity game, which was not only the game of the night, but honestly the best youth football game I've ever seen. It was a hell of a game. We were down 15-0 on the road, 6 minutes to go. I think it was a 4th and 12. We throw a bomb. Alex Garcia goes up and gets it in the corner of the end zone. We convert the 2-point conversion, which is a kick. When you kick the PAT, it's 2 points at the junior level. Onside kick. We get it. It goes to another 4th down, and we convert. And Carson Gilliam runs the ball in with 1:40 to go to the corner of the end zone, down 15-14. I'm wondering, hey, is he going to try to tie this thing, or are we kicking it? You know, we're on the road. He kicks it right down the middle. We go up 16-15. But that's not it. Houston gets the ball back. They got 1:30 and 3 timeouts, and they drive and drive and drive. and they had one more play left. They're down to about our own 25, and they break off this pass, and they get down to the 5-yard line. 2 Argonaut Junior Mustang varsity players tackle him as the horn is going off. And I'm at the other end of the end zone. I can't tell if he's in or out, or I know it's close.
Yeah.
And then I see our guys put their hands up and run off the field for the victory. And that was a big one. Kept us undefeated at that level. So we have 3 teams through week 8 that are undefeated. In the history of time, I can't remember.
Yeah, that's great.
Argonaut Junior Mustangs program with 3 teams undefeated through week 8. I mean, that's a big deal. I will tell you, we at the JV level will have our biggest test. We host Waterford tomorrow. We are going to do a pink out for breast cancer. So if you plan on coming to the game tomorrow, please wear some pink. We expect pretty decent games across the board. Starting at junior novice, Waterford's 5-3. Our boys are 7-0. But you know, with those games, anything can happen, especially
absolutely.
at that level. Novice is going to be the one we have our eyes on. Waterford's 1-7, but they played some tough football. Our boys are 3-4. They got to get another win in the next 3 weeks to basically clinch playoffs.
To make it to playoffs.
Yep. We play Waterford, then Escalon and Amador. Amador's tough at the novice level, so we're going to have to get a win, I think, tomorrow. JV, this is going to be the game of the year for us. Waterford comes in at 8-0. They haven't had their bye yet. We're 7-0. They've scored 337 points this year.
Wow.
Our defense has only given up 12.
How many points have they given up?
They've given up 32.
Okay.
We've scored 149 and given up 12. They've scored 200 more points than our offense. But we're a defensive team. We're a defensive program. We preach that. It's going to be interesting to see how it shakes out. We've been watching a lot of film. These guys spread. They throw. They catch the ball up high. The quarterback's good. We have not ever put in a defensive game plan that is based around protecting the pass. It's always been run. I mean, these are 10-year-old kids. Everybody runs. Yeah. So we'll see how our boys do. I'm confident, but it's gonna be a tough game for us to win.
Yeah. How about varsity?
Varsity is going to, I think, be a game. I would say we're a 2-touchdown favorite if I had to make a line. Waterford's 5-3. You know, we're 7-0. I think Waterford's going to have a tough time defending our offense. The passing attack, again, is hard for the youth football to prepare against. And
so, well, good luck tomorrow. Hope we see you fly across next week.
So.
So how many more games you got? 4 more games?
Yeah, we got 3 regular season games. So we got Waterford, then we host Escalon, then we go to Amador, and then we have, potentially 3 weeks of playoffs. We host week 1, but that doesn't mean we'll have all 4 teams at home.
Is that game on the 25th? The Amador game?
The Amador game's on the 25th, and then we host first round of playoffs on November 1st.
We're trying to work out something where we may be able to do the JV and varsity games, do them on the air.
But not Mighty Mites and Bantam and Novice and Junior Novice?
That's it for AJM this week.
See you, Jim.
Thank you, Bo.
We're talking to another satisfied JS West Propane customer. And what is your occupation, sir?
I am a short order cook.
Where are you?
Down here.
Say, you are short.
Don't start with me. Order up!
And you like JS West because?
I get clean, steady, dependable heat for my grill.
What do you cook on this grill?
Everything from hamburgers to shrimp. Don't say it.
I wasn't going to say it.
I won an award, you know.
Wasn't going to say it. Say, did you know that JS West Propane proudly serves Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Amador counties? And I won the Small Businessman of the Year award. Not going to say it.
For all your propane needs in Amador and Calaveras counties, call Ernie Burgess with JS West Propane, 209-916-5323.
Yeehaw! It's Conifer Internet, y'all! If your Netflix starts to stall, call us up. If your Zoom can't load it all, call us up. If your modem's out of luck and your hotspot's just a schmuck, then what you waiting for? Call us up.
Call us up at 866-378-8393.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. We are just moments away from second half action here. The scoreboard shows Rosemont 27, your Argonaut Mustangs 7. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson here. All right, so we just listened to AGM live there. Now, Frank, so we talked about like what Argonaut has to do, or what we think Argonaut has to do with opening up their offense in this second half. What do you think they can do on defense to stop Rosemont?
Well, I don't know what you could do on defense. You know, Argonaut has been vulnerable to the pass all year long, and Rosemont obviously likes to throw the ball. As I said, Wohlers comes in as the leading pass thrower in the league, 132.7 passer rating, a completion percent of over 72%. That's pretty tough for a defense that has struggled against the pass. But you know, when you look back on it, obviously they need to clean up the turnovers. The 2 fumbles led to 2 touchdowns, and 1 scoop and score, and the other one gave them good field position. And you know, you just need to play cleaner football. With that being said, as we get ready for the second half kickoff, I was amiss that I didn't mention the Argonaut JV team, who won 27 to nothing. They are undefeated on the year, and the Amador JV team is also undefeated on the year coming in tonight, and that looks like that's going to set up one heck of a showdown for the JV championship coming in to the big game. So that's a big deal for both Argonaut and Amador. I don't know how the Amador JV team did tonight, but Argonaut remains undefeated after beating Rosemont 27 to nothing. As we get ready for the second half kickoff, Rosemont will be kicking off to Argonaut here to start this second half. Both teams are on the field, and here comes kick. End over end kick. I don't know what it is. They just fall right down on the 40-yard line with this kicking game for Rosemont. I don't know if their kicker's hurt, if they've got a substitute in, but man, it has been anything but pretty in this game as far as the Rosemont kicking game goes. So Argonaut has good field position to start this second half, 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. So let's see what kind of adjustments they might have made at halftime and see how they come out fighting this 20-point deficit. Straight ahead handoff, trying to get off to the right side, gets up to the 45-yard line, a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. That was carried by Garner.
Garner again taking the brunt there for the Mustangs.
You know, when you're down by 20 points, ground and pound is maybe not a recipe for success. That may be something you're comfortable in doing, but when you're down 20 points going into the second half, you need to start thinking about getting out of your comfort zone, and it's not like this team cannot throw. I think it's a play calling issue. Second down and 5 for the Mustangs. Caspery hands off again. Stop for a short gain, maybe a gain of 2 on the play. It'll set up a 3rd down and 3. Errol Garner again on the carry for the Mustangs. Ball sits at the 47-yard line. Need to get to the 50 for the first down. Just underway here in the second half.
Oh, nope, never mind. Sorry, I thought I had an update for you guys. Sorry about that.
All right, Argonaut breaks the huddle. Casper again going to go under center. Split backs in the backfield. 2 receivers out to the right. Motion comes from the right side. Straight ahead handoff, second man through. He's got a first down. He barrels across the 45-yard line. Nice gain on the play. That's number 28 on the carry, Travis Herrera. We saw Herrera run hard last week. I think that's only maybe the first carry he's had tonight.
And accelerates through that first contact, too. Gives him a couple extra yards on that one. Good hard run still.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Ball now on the Union or the Rosemont side of the field. Caspery under center. Split backs behind him. Going to give it to, nice hole. Gets a nice gain on the play and a first down. That was number 4, Jake Hartman. And that'll move the chains again. 1st and 10 for Argonaut.
Let's watch this. Second man through, right off there. Good seal block by Herrera, and then he was right off there. Nice and green grass.
Nice get on the play for Hartman. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. The ball sits on the 31-yard line. Handoff again, hit in the backfield. Bounces off, still on his feet. That was Gardner again. He gets knocked out of bounds. That's going to be a loss on the play. Good penetration by the Rosemont defense that time.
So it looks like this linebacker number 5 blitz is right up there. Makes good contact.
Came right through the hole, couldn't bring him down. Gardner bounces off, but a lot of help there to force the loss on the play of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
Man, Gardner's strong. He was almost standing still when he came through at full speed and was still able to tank that.
I just hit him a little bit high. Sometimes you see that. A lot of big hits are high and no arms and no wrap, and it's easy to bounce off if you got your legs underneath you. 2nd down and 13 for the Mustangs. Motion from the left, trying to get to the outside, just runs out of bounds. Will May on the carry, gains maybe 2 on the play.
Yeah, and looks like Rosemont blitzed again on that one. They sent both backers that time.
That'll set up a 3rd down and 12 for Argonaut.
Yeah, he had nowhere to get vertical on that one. And of course, also running to the short side of the field too.
So 3rd down and 12 for Argonaut. Caspery again under center. He's got 2 receivers out to his left. Motion comes to the right side. They're going to give it to Gardner, trying to get around the sweep. Cuts up field. Going to be stopped short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th down.
I see where they spot it there.
It's going to be about 3 yards short, so it'll be 4th and 3 for Argonaut. Ball placed to the 24-yard line.
9-10 and counting here in the 3rd quarter.
Need to get to the 21 to move the sticks. Motion from the left side. Caspery wants to throw. Now he's in trouble. He's looking. Oh, he could have run for the 1st down. Throws it all the way across the field. Bad decision on Caspery's part. He could have easily run for that 1st down. If you look at this on this replay, there was nobody over there on the left side. He only needed 3 yards. That's an easy 1st down, and he tries to throw all the way across the field. Bad decision by Caspery. It'll set a turnover on downs for Argonaut. He had an easy 1st down if he would have just kept the ball and ran it. There was no defender around. Those are the kind of mistakes that just kill a good drive. You get in good position and you
can't make it.
1st and 10 for Rosemont at the 24-yard line. Straight ahead handoff, cuts inside, gets hit as he crosses the 25 up to about the 26.
Ball carried by number 5, Pitt Rodriguez.
That was Pitt Rodriguez on the carry. 2nd down and 7 for Rosemont.
That was a good flow down by number 34 for the Mustangs. That is Colton Scobie there from his inside linebacker position. And that was actually a pretty textbook read for him. That's
2nd
nice.
down and 7 for Rosemont. Waller's operating in the shotgun. He wants to throw. He's looking. He's going deep over the left-hand side. He's going to overthrow his coverage there. Incomplete.
Man.
Had a defender behind him. That was number 8 for the Mustangs, Jonathan Constance. Good coverage on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 7.
If Constance had 1 extra step on there, that might have been an interception.
So 3rd down and 7 for Rosemont. Clock stops at 8:08 here in the 3rd quarter.
All right.
Waller's again in the shotgun. Now he gets motion on the backfield, empty backfield. He's looking to throw. Throws over the middle, the big tight end.
Ball's on the ground.
Fumble. Argonaut has it, so they're going to call it a catch and a fumble.
Let's see here, coming right off there. So again, he's looking for number 8 right in the center. Drops right in there, makes a move, and then just gets knocked out by Scobie. and then picked up right there. I mean, he jumped right on that one, swallowed it up easy.
So Argonaut gets the ball back on the Rosemont side of the field after the fumble at the 38-yard line.
Very nice.
Another great opportunity for the Mustangs. They need to start taking advantage of some of these, down by 20 points. It's a 3-score game at this point. Handoff, short gain on the play, off to the right side, driven back, gain maybe of 1.
Let's see here again. Yeah, that's a motion key.
So second down for the Mustangs. Short gain on the play. But this is a 3-possession game at this point. You need to start trying to make something happen, and you certainly need to take advantage of these turnovers.
And 7:22 here. I have a Mountain Merchant scoring update. I'll be right with you in just a second.
Caspery's second man through. That's Gardner over the left side. Nice gain on the play, close to the first down. Let's see where they spot it. Gardner on the carry. That will move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for Argonaut.
Yeah, this is really good vision by Gardner. I mean, cutting through some small holes and making a great decision downfield.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Caspery hands off again to Gardner, going off the left side. A big gain, another first down for the Mustangs. Gardner running hard. Or Herrera, excuse me. That was Travis Herrera on the carry. That'll be another first down, enough to move the chains.
Yeah, Herrera coming off that backside, off the weak side there, and was just able to get back, almost like a delay. Real quick, Mountain Merchant scoring update. At halftime, it's Liberty Ranch 34, El Dorado 7, and then Amador on top of Galt, 34-0.
1st and 10 for Argonaut. Handoff, trying to get to the right side. He kind of slips as he cuts it back inside. That was number 23, Earl Gardner. Gain on the play down to the 10. It'll set up a 2nd down and 5.
6:22 and counting here in the third quarter. You know, Frank, I missed this. I really did. I don't get to do this that often. It's fun.
2nd down and 5 for Argonaut. Caspery under center. Motion comes from the right side. Going to give it to Gardner again. He's going to be stopped in the backfield. No, now the ball's on the ground. I think it's going to go out of bounds. Argonaut's going to retain possession.
Let's see.
I believe.
Let's look what they got here. So
the ball got punched out there, but it kicked out of bounds. I don't think he got it. No, they're turning it over. He picked it up before it went out of bounds for another fumble by Argonaut, and another drive thwarted there. And they turned the ball over, and Rosemont's going to have it back.
That's just a heartbreaker right there. Just a heartbreaker.
So Rosemont will have it 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line. Back-to-back fumbles by both teams keeps the score at 27-7. Another whistle.
And
offsides against Argonaut.
Encroachment on Argonaut.
Yep.
So that'll move it up 5 yards and make it 1st and 5 for Rosemont.
Yeah, it looks like
Argonaut just not able to take advantage of that good field position as they coughed the ball up in the fumble there. Their 3rd fumble of the game. Straight ahead handoff, breaks through the line all the way up across the 25-yard line. That'll be a 1st down for Rosemont. Give themselves a little breathing room there.
And there's a whistle there. What do we got?
Personal foul against Rosemont after the play. That will back them up halfway to the goal line.
Oh, buddy.
I did not see the call, but it was after the play.
After the play, runner came back and gave a shoulder check to to one of the corners there.
So that'll move the ball back as they march it off to the, well, they can't mark it that far back. It's only half the distance.
Yeah, let's see here.
A little confusion on the field. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 8-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10. Wallers wants to throw incomplete, so it'll be 2nd down. Ball intended for Kylan English.
Another Mount Merchant scoring update here, and in the 3rd quarter, it is Bradshaw Christian 22, Union Mine 8, and at halftime, Amador on top of Galt 34-0. 27-7, our score here.
Wallers in the shotgun, looking downfield, throws it out to the right. The big tight end again up the 15-yard line, complete. That'll set up a 3rd down and long for Rosemont. Hartman on the tackle for the Mustangs. 5:22 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
And that was a really good read by Hartman, too. He got there with plenty of time and waited until 8 had touched the ball before making contact there and made a solid hit, bringing him down. 5:03 and counting.
3rd down and 7 for Rosemont. Woolers throws out to the right to the tight end again. He's got a big 1st down. That's number 8, Gus Bailey. Argonaut has not had an answer for the big tight end. He's going to move the chains to give a 1st down for Rosemont with 4:50 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and a decent shadow block there, too, to give him that extra 2 or 3 yards.
He's just a big boy, hard to bring down. He gets a little head of steam around that corner. Definitely a size advantage. So 1st and 10 for Rosemont. Ball sits at the 30-yard line. Wallers throws again out to the left-hand side, brought down on a nice tackle there.
So 41, I believe. The Mustangs?
No, that was number 8 that brought him down, Jonathan Constance. And Rocky.
Yeah, solid tackle. All righty.
Yeah, I just saw a message on my phone to call the studio at halftime, and I guess I missed that. Handoff stumbles forward. Short gain on the play, going to be marked at about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like when he was coming off there, he on the exchange, it looks like he just kind of hip checked the quarterback there a little bit and threw himself off balance going forward. 3:50 and counting here, 3rd down.
Wallers wants to throw, lots of time. Throws complete over the middle, complete to number 1. That's Kylan English. That'll move the chains, brought down at about the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Rosemont.
Man, that's just a shame because looking at this, there were 3 or 4 Mustangs in the area, and none of them could come up ahead of it. That's a bummer. 3:21 again and counting.
1st and 10 for Rosemont. Another pass out of the right side. Complete. He's got a head of steam. Gets across 40. There's a late flag. He's going to the end zone for the touchdown. Let's see what the call is. There's a flag on the field.
And that came from the back judge there. And it looks like we have a
holding against Rosemont. Another touchdown wiped off the board, the 2nd of the game for Rosemont on the holding call. So that'll bring that one back.
Yeah, it looks like it was a sealing. Looked like it was the seal block on the outside there that gave him that lane, and it came just a little too wide out there, and it got a bit of that black jersey.
So that'll bring it back to the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for Rosemont. Wow, now they're trying to figure out, no, it's going to be 1st down. 1st down and 8 for Rosemont. At the 48-yard line. Wallers wants to throw again. Now he's under pressure and he gets sacked.
Yeah, it's
brought down in the backfield. That's going to be a face mask, I believe, against Argonaut on the sack. Yes, it's a face mask.
Oh, man, that's a shame. And definitely wasn't intentional. It just came in. There we go.
Big pressure coming in there, but a face mask on the play. That was number
34.
34, Colton Scobie. That's going to put the ball up to the 50-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 7 from there for Rosemont.
And that's a shame. He was coming in off of a timed blitz there, and he got the snap count pretty good. We came in free, just was not able to quite get that arm down low enough.
Now they moved it back to the 50. It'll be 1st down and 8. Wohlers wants to throw again. He's got a wide open receiver here to the right side. Complete to number 18. Falls across the 40-yard line. That'll be enough for a 1st down and move the chains and a fresh set of downs for the Wolverines.
2:34 here left in the 3rd quarter.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. As the clock continues to run, Argonaut down by 3 possessions here at this point.
And Rosemont still laying it on.
Just too many turnovers, but turnovers have been on both sides of the ball tonight. Wohlers wants to hand that off. Big stick coming right up the middle. I believe that was number...
Let's see that.
Michael Johnson, tackled by number 17, James Jones.
17, James Jones shot through that hole and dropped him for a loss on the play.
Yeah, and it looks like that was just a mismatch there. It looks like the center and the center guard were trying to pick up the blitz and left him completely free.
2nd down and 13 for Argonaut. Motion comes from the left side. Belly's back. He looks, and Wohlers want to go deep. Interference, there's a flag. That's going to be pass interference against Argonaut. It was intercepted, but the defensive back just blocked the receiver there, and it's going to be a pass interference against Argonaut.
And, yep, there it is.
So that'll move the ball up for Rosemont. Now remember, that is not a spot foul in high school, so they just mark that off.
Was it a 15-yard penalty?
Pass interference.
It's an automatic 1st down, but they mark it off 15 yards. That'll take the ball up to the 28-yard line.
1 minute and 20 seconds here in the 3rd quarter. All right.
All right, 1st and 10 now for Rosemont. Straight ahead handoff, big hole up the middle, gets across the 20-yard line, still on his feet. There's a late flag.
And I think it's going to be on the Mustangs there.
I would agree with that. There was nobody around.
See what the back judge saw. Yeah, it looks like an incidental face mask or hands to the face. There.
That'll march the ball up to the 6-yard line, where Rosemont will have it 1st and 10.
1 minute 13 seconds here.
Time-consuming drive here in this 3rd quarter by Rosemont after the Argonaut fumble. Wohlers wants to throw again, throws the outside, complete, falls across the end zone, touchdown. Number 18 on the reception, that is Josiah Taylor. So Wohlers to Taylor for the touchdown. Rosemont takes a 33-7 lead, awaiting the extra point with 1 minute left to go here in the third quarter. Snaps down, the kick's up and is blocked. Rosemont has certainly had their trouble with the kicking game tonight. Look at the scoreboard. Rosemont 33, the Argonaut Mustangs 7. 1 minute left to go in the third. We're going to be back right after this.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln is your regional commercial van and truck headquarters. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you, and their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln for a variety of new and used cars and trucks, commercial vehicles, parts, service, and financing. Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership on the web at bigvalleyford.biz and in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, back here at Dan Barnett Field. 1 minute left here in the third quarter. Rosemont set to kick off. Scoreboard shows Rosemont 33, Mustangs 7. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Michael Bashir. Frank?
Well, if I was Argonaut, I'd go up short too. Another kick out of bounds. My word. Their kicker has to be hurt. This has just been a joke, this kicking game for Rosemont.
It's weird. It's just weird.
Another kick out of bounds by Rosemont. And the officials are discussing where it went out of bounds. It looks like they're going to place it at about the 42-yard line.
Or are they going to re-kick that? No.
No, they're going to place it all the way up to the 47-yard line.
All right.
Just unbelievable, this kicking game for Rosemont. 1st and 10 for Argonaut. They need to get some scores in a hurry. Casfrey now back to pass. Of course, when everybody expects him to. Incomplete. This is what I don't understand about this offense.
Second down for Argonaut.
Mm-hmm.
Incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Argonaut. There's one thing to have an identity and you want to run the football, but you need to mix it up, and that is something that Argonaut, we've just been watching them week after week, and for whatever reason, they refuse to do that. 2nd down and 10. Now for Argonaut, where they're forced to start going to the air, down by 4 possessions. They're going to hand it off again, trying to get around the outside. Earl Garner is going to be dropped for a 2-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now for the Mustangs. And
3rd down for Argonaut.
There we go.
That'll put the ball back to the 45-yard line with 35 seconds left here to go in the quarter.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Jeff Campbell watching tonight at the cabin up there in Tragedy Springs. Jeff, how you doing?
Jeff always tunes in up there at Tragedy Springs, watching the broadcast on YouTube, KVGC. 3rd down and long. Casper goes to throw. He's got a wide receiver open. It is complete. That's a touchdown.
Whoa, what a ball. Look at that.
55 yards. Casper to Lundgren. Wow.
Man, that was a dart. Wow, got him right in stride there. Took it to the house. How about that?
Like I said,
he can throw the ball.
Casper can throw the football. And why they wait till they're in these positions to show that part of the game when they're down by 20 points now, I just don't get it. Beautiful 55-yard pass from Casper to Lundgren. The kick is up by Rocky, and it is good. 7 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Rosemont 33, Argonaut 14. We'll be back right after this.
This is Braxton Gilman. In the game of life, unexpected hits can come out of nowhere. But with Matic Vukovic Insurance, you can tackle those surprises head on. Whether it's auto, home, business, or life insurance. My dad at Madrid Vukovic has the playbook you need to stay protected.
This is Mila Gilman. I want you to call my dad at Maddox Vukovic Insurance in Jackson today at 223-4040.
Hi, I'm Bo Gilman, owner of Maddox Vukovic Insurance, where you can always count on a win.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. Mustangs set to kick. 7 seconds in the third quarter, 14-13, Rosemont.
Onside kick fielded by Rosemont at the Argonaut side of the 50-yard line at the 49. That was brought in by the big tight end, Gus Bailey. So Rosemont will have it 1st and 10 from the 49. It's just, again, Argonaut starts getting in desperation mode, and they start doing things that, in my opinion, they should be doing all game.
It's a case of too little too late sometimes, right?
So it's still a 3-possession game here with 6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The ball on the 49-yard line of Argonaut, 1st and 10 for Rosemont. And the defense hasn't shown anything to stop Rosemont. They've kind of been stopping themselves. There's a gain of 2 on the play, carried by number 5. That's Alex Pitt Rodriguez. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Rosemont 33, the Argonaut Mustangs 14. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right after this.
Are you planning a landscaping project? Don't have the right tools for the job? Let Campbell Construction General Engineering Incorporated give you a hand. Campbell Construction has everything you'll need to get the job done right. Locally owned and operated since 2005, they're open Monday through Saturday at 175 Sutter Hill Road, Sutter Creek. Call them today, 267-5998. That's 267-5998. Campbell Construction. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, and we're back here with about to start the fourth quarter here at Dan Barnett Field, 14-33 in favor of Rosemont. Here, Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Michael Brashear. Real quick, Mountain Merchant scoring update. The last thing that I had here for Bradshaw Christian, Union Mine, looks like Bradshaw Christian is finally taking control of that game fully, 30-8 at the start of the fourth quarter. They are now a couple minutes into that fourth quarter now.
I just got a nice picture sent to me with the Campbells, Jeff and John up there, along with Mr. Kleinfelter up there at Tragedy Springs for the TV in the background. Thanks, boys, for sending that to me. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. All right, so 2nd down and 8 for Rosemont as we flip the field to start this fourth quarter. High snap. Wohlers brings it in, trying to set up the screen. There's nice job by the Argonaut defense reading that one out. Rosemont has had a lot of success on the screen so far tonight, and Argonaut had an eye on that one. No gain on the play. The ball remains at the 47-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd down and 8 for Rosemont.
And that was an excellent gauge there by the nose tackle there. I realized, I didn't get blocked. Something's probably happening.
Wohlers to the shotgun. Argonaut comes on the blitz, and they're going to get called for an encroachment call. It's going to be 5 yards against Argonaut, and that'll set up a 3rd down and 3 after the penalty. So you march that forward to the 42-yard line. A lot easier down and distance from there for sure. Wohlers again in the shotgun.
Trying to get a hard count there.
Now there's a flag called.
And they got a
They're going to get a false start. They're going to give that 5 yards right back. Now, did they get a timeout before that is going to be the question. Rosemont coach is calling and saying, we called a timeout. It was the official on this far side of the field that threw the flag. I believe the timeout was called.
Yeah.
It was a timeout before the penalty. So Rosemont takes a timeout. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this.
Glass Doctor of the Gold Country hopes you're enjoying tonight's Sierra Valley Conference game. Now is the perfect time to get rid of those old windows that let the cold air in. Replace them with brand new windows from Glass Doctor. Glass Doctor strives to offer the best value in home glass repair and replacement. Glass Doctor also has 24-hour emergency service. When glass breaks, call the doctor. That's the Glass Doctor. We really do fix your pain.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
Ryan, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 11-17 left in this ball game. 14-33 in favor of Rosemont. Rosemont with the ball. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson, Michael Brashear, guys.
Hey, Jeff, I'll bet it's a little chilly up at Tragedy Springs, huh? Temperatures dropping down a little bit. I even think on the forecast I saw in the next couple of days, they're going to get some snow up there.
Yeah, we're expecting to get, an inch and a quarter?
All right, third down for Rosemont. Here comes Argonaut on a full-out blitz. Tackled in the backfield for a loss. Nice job by Argonaut. They came out with a zero blitz.
Let's see this.
Errol Garner shot through there. It was a zero blitz by the Mustangs. Everybody, the house was coming. Garner shot through there, dropped him for a loss. That's going to set up a 4th down and 4 for Rosemont.
So let's see what they got now. 10:48 and counting.
Well, they're definitely going to go for it. It's still a 3-possession game here, 33-14. As the clock continues to run, Waller's under center now. He's going to go back. He's passed under pressure, throws it out to the right, incomplete. So Rosemont is going to turn it over on downs.
Let's see this one.
So Argonaut's going to have it 1st and 10 with good field position, needing to score quickly with the 3-possession game still.
And it looks like, the Rosemont quarterback, he went to step back and looks like he just slipped a little bit on his back foot, and that ball came out funky.
So Argonaut's going to have it at their own 43-yard line to start this possession, their first possession of the 4th quarter. Caspery's going to operate for the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. He's looking right. He's rolling right. He's still looking. Now he's under some pressure. He throws complete across the 45-yard line. Now they're saying that maybe the ball was juggled.
Let's see here.
Let's see if we can see it on the replay.
It's a first down for the Mustangs.
A little bit down the sideline.
No, they're going to say it was a completed pass. That's going to be a fresh set of downs for the Mustangs all the way back, moving up to the Rosemont 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for Argonaut. Caspery showed some good patience there. Under pressure, rolling to his right, delivered it right at the inbounds marker for a 1st down for the Mustangs.
And a good little zip.
1st and 10 again. Caspery's going to operate in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Caspery wants to throw. He's looking. He's still looking. Now he's rolling to his right. He stops, throws. Did he get his feet down?
Looks like yes.
They're going to call it complete. That was completed to Garcia. That's going to move it up to the 27-yard line. And this is what I'm talking about. Why don't you start using this part of your offense earlier in the game instead of when you're down by 3 possessions? Caspery can spin it. Mm-hmm. Let him use it and soften up that defense and let your run game be a little more effective. 1st and 10 for Argonaut. And there they go again in the shotgun formation, something we haven't seen most of this game, and they've been successful in doing it. Now Caspery's under pressure. He rolls out to his right. He's got room. He's still looking. He throws over the middle, complete at the 7-yard line. Beautiful throw. That was Will May again on the completion. And this kid can throw it. Let him eat. Let him eat. Feed him.
Wow, and that was a really nice ball. Really nice ball there.
They're going to place it right at the 10-yard line, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Mustangs, needing to score in a hurry with the game at 9:44 and counting left to go, down by 3 scores. Argonaut comes again to the line. Caspery's going to operate again from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 lone back to the left to Caspery. Caspery's looking. He wants to throw. He throws out of the end zone, incomplete. A little bit high. Intended receiver on the play was number 12. That was Lundgren. been his favorite target tonight, but that ball goes out of the end of the end zone, incomplete. It'll be second down and goal from the 10.
Yeah, it looks like Lundgren was just getting to the back of the end zone and then kind of scraping down, trying to get open.
So second down and goal for the Mustangs. The clock stops at 9:26 left to go in the fourth quarter.
Man, Union Mine scoring again, 16-30 now with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. There, your Mountain Merchant scoring update.
Casper again in the shotgun. Back split in the backside. He fakes, he hands it off to Garner, trying to get around the right side. He's going to be tackled just short of the 5-yard line and about the 6, a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be third down and goal from there.
Third down for Argonaut.
Let's see here.
See, I would have liked to see them run that to the wide side of the field. Now we got a player down, an injury. Chief Mackey is going out on the field. We're going to take a timeout. Hear a word from our sponsors. We're going to be back with more Argonaut football action after this.
The family of Armstrong and Son Construction and Armstrong Self Storage are proud to sponsor Motherlode League football. Remember, when you need excavating, grading, septic system repairs, and other site work, call Armstrong and Son Construction. Or if you need a storage unit, stop by Armstrong Self Storage for safe and secure storage. Conveniently located near the intersection of Highway 49 and Ridge Road. Armstrong and Son Construction, state license number 828209. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field after that, following that injury. And looks like the player got up under his own power there, and Chief Mackey is still checking him out on the sideline. Hey, shout out to Ken Mackey and the Mackeys for doing this every year. They're a fixture on the sideline. It's nice to see them.
They've been doing it a long time. Ken and Debbie down there every single game. Third down and goal for the Mustangs. Casper again in the shotgun, directing his receivers out to his left. Clock's winding. Motion comes from the left side. Casper's got it. He's rolling to his left. Throws over the middle.
Oh.
Incomplete. Lundgren was the intended receiver on the play. It's going to set up a fourth down and goal for Argonaut.
And he looks like he put just a little bit too much on it, and it just slipped right through Lundgren's hands.
Well, he was really in a tight window there. He had defenders on both sides of him. The linebacker, number 51, was coming across. That was Joseph Quasada. So fourth and goal for Argonaut. Their hopes hanging by a thread here. They need to get this to the end zone. Casper is looking. He's still looking. Now he's under some pressure. He throws either intercepted or incomplete. I didn't see a call on the field.
I didn't see that.
They're going to call it incomplete, so Argonaut's going to turn it over on downs, and another good field possession wasted by the Mustangs.
Yeah, just short. Number 2, that is Will May, was the intended target on there, and he dove out and it bounced just before his hands and right into his breadbasket. So incomplete pass.
It would have been short of the goal line anyway, so they would have turned it over on downs, whether it was completed or not. But Rosemont's going to take over first and 10 from the 7-yard line. 8:48 left to go here in the fourth quarter, leading 33-14. Rosemont can do a lot of damage here on this possession just with some time-consuming drives. Straight ahead handoff, still on his feet, not much going on, gets barely back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain on the play. Good job by the Argonaut defense stacking that one up in the middle. It'll be second down and 10 for the Mustangs.
8 minutes and 30 seconds and counting.
Mustangs still have all 3 timeouts. Rosemont has 2.
A Mount Merchant scoring update. Under 3 minutes left in the ball game. It is 37-16. Bradshaw Christian over Union Mine. Amador still 40-0. It looks like over Galt.
That should be in a running clock. Second down. Oh, and they jumped. Rosemont jumped. That's going to back them up 5 yards. That'll put them back to about the 6-yard line. Be second down and 15 for Rosemont. Boy, they've had a lot of false start penalties. This time it was the interior line. All the other ones in this game have been by the receivers, which is inexcusable since you're out wide looking right down the line watching the ball. At least that's what you should be doing. That time the right guard jumped to set up a 2nd down and 15 for Rosemont. Waller's going to operate out of in the shotgun out of the end zone. 3 receivers split out to the right, 1 out to the left. Waller's looking left. He wants to go deep. He throws it over the middle, incomplete. Intended receiver was number 1. That was Kylan English. So that'll set up a 3rd down. Hasselbosch defended on the play, so it'll be 3rd down and 15 for Rosemont. Argonaut desperately needs a stop here with the Rosemont kicking game in the shambles that it's been out all night. Should get good field position if they can get the ball back, but they're still down by 3 scores, so something needs to happen in a hurry. Waller's in the shotgun, empty backfield. He's looking down the left side. High, completed, short. I believe it's going to be short of the 1st down by maybe a yard. So that's going to set up a 4th down and 1.
No, they're going to give it to him.
Well, they're going to call it a 1st down. It looked like it was short, but that'll be a move that changed. Big 4th and 3rd and 15 completion by Rosemont to move the chains, and now the clock is really on their side with just over 7 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Big completion there by Wallers.
Yes, indeed.
1st and 10 now. The ball sits at the 18-yard line. Handoff trying to get around the left side. Hitting the backfield. Brought down at the 15-yard line. That's going to be a loss on the play.
By number 0, Michael Johnson. Tackled by number 41, Jason Rocky.
Nice job by Jason Rocky.
2nd down for Rosemont.
As Rocky shedded a block and shot through there, tackled him for a loss. I don't believe that was Rocky. I believe that was number 56, Jerry Martson.
Yeah, I think Martson had him up, and I think it was.
So 2nd down and 11 for Rosemont.
Yeah, Rocky came in and cleared it, is what it looked like to me.
3 receivers out to the right, 1 back behind Wohlers. Now he sends him in motion to the right. He looks like there's another flag on the play. Oh, and he gets hammered. Wohlers gets hammered and fumbles the football, recovered by Argonaut. Let's get to see what the flag is. Wohlers got absolutely planted. He did not see the pressure on the blitz coming from the right side and just got pasted as the ball come loose. That was number 41. That was Rocky that time that jarred the ball loose. I still did not see what the flag was, but it looks like Argonaut's going to have it. It was against Rosemont, and they're going to
Turnover. That was a turnover.
not take the penalty, so the turnover is going to get Argonaut a 1st down at the 6-yard line.
Yeah.
Great play by Rocky.
Wow.
On the fumble.
And that was, that was team coverage right there. One guy went high to make sure he couldn't pass it, and then the next one came in to clean it up tight.
So Argonaut has it 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. 6:08 left to go in the game. Down 3 scores. They need a quick one here. Now there's conversation with the white hat and the Rosemont coach over on the sideline. I'm not sure what they're complaining about. That was definitely a fumble.
Mm-hmm. I think they might be thinking about how high he was hit.
Well, I didn't see anything wrong with the hit, and it was certainly a fumble. So 1st and goal for Argonaut. There they go back to that run game. Earl Gardner going to the right side, breaks a tackle and gets in. 6-yard touchdown, Earl Gardner.
Ball carried by number 23, Earl Gardner.
And let's see that.
So Gardner takes it in from 6 yards out with 6:03 left to go in the 4th quarter. Argonaut pulls a little closer, 33-20, awaiting the extra point.
And Gardner putting the Mustang offense on his back.
Back to attempt the extra point is Edison Neck. Neck, the kick is up, and it is good. 6:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. Look at the scoreboard. Rosemont 33, Mustangs 21. We're going to be back right after this.
For all your land surveying and civil engineering services, call Toma and Associates at 223-0156. Whether you're building a fence and need to know where the property line is to complete boundary surveys, Toma and Associates can help. Lot surveys, boundary line adjustments, parcel and subdivision maps, FEMA certificates, septic and grading plans, among the many services Toma and Associates provides. Call 223-0156. Serving the Mother Lode since 1967.
You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here. 6:03 left in the ball game. Mustangs set to kick 21-33 in favor of Rosemont. Jake Eady, Frank Halverson, Michael Bashir. Frank?
Well, Rosemont, I'm sure, is anticipating another onside kick that Argonaut tried the last time they kicked off. They've got the all-hands team up front. And no, they're going to kick it deep. Lands in the soft zone in between and goes out of bounds. So Rosemont's going to have it at the 35-yard line. Both these teams need to work on their kicking game. This just gives your opponent way too good a field position kicking that ball out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
So Rosemont's going to have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line after the kickoff went out of bounds. Two-possession game right now, 33-21 with 6:03 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
I'm getting kind of the aggregate scores here for the rest of the games around the league. I'll be giving you a Mount Merchant scoring update in just a minute.
1st and 10 for the Wolverines. Ball at the 35-yard line. Wooler's in the shotgun, one back to his right. Two receivers split out to the right, one to the left. Straight ahead handoff, gets hit immediately. No gain on the play, just gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Carrier on that was number 5. That was Pitt Rodriguez. Just stopped by a host of defenders right up the middle for the Argonaut defense.
Hey, and Aaron Oneto making a quick stop by to the KVGC booth, saying hi. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, wow.
2nd down and 10 for Rosemont. Rollers throws quickly out of the right and batted down.
Let's look on the replay.
That was number 11. Adam Garcia got his hand on that one to bat down that pass.
Maybe he's on the near side end right here.
Got that left arm up and batted it down, trying to get it out to number 24 on that play. That was Kenyon Hughes.
That's
nothing going on. 3rd and 10. Argonaut needs to stop here to get the ball back in a hurry. Woolers in the shotgun, empty backfield. Throws out to the left. Intercepted by Argonaut. And Argonaut's back in business. The ball was a little bit high, went right through the receiver's hands. And it was intercepted by Argonaut number 8. Number 8, Jonathan Constant.
It was a tip drill right there, and Rosemont tipped it up, and Constant just came down with it. Beautiful. Just how you practice that, and wow. Wow.
Constance with the interception, and Argonaut's got the football back at the Rosemont 37-yard line. It's a two-possession game right now with 5:19 left, but Argonaut has the momentum. 1st and 10 at the 37. Caspery back in the shotgun. High snap. He's looking. He throws deep over the middle. Jumps up. It's complete. Down to the 7-yard line. That was number 23, Errol Gardner, on the completion. And all of a sudden, the Mustangs have it 1st and goal from the 7.
Beautiful
Where
ball.
has this passing game been, Coach?
Beautiful pass, man. Wow.
Gardner did a good job just going up and high-pointing that ball. It was pretty decent coverage, but Argonaut's got it 1st and 10 from the 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Earl Gardner gets inside the 5-yard line down to about the 3. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
2nd down for Argonaut.
Wow, what a ball.
Argonaut all of a sudden has caught fire on offense through the passing game. Second down and goal. Caspery under center. Split backs behind him. Handoff going again on the left side. Walks into the end zone. Earl Garner takes it in from 3 yards out.
Ball carried by number 28.
That's a Herrera.
That's Herrera, excuse me. 3-yard touchdown by Herrera. And Argonaut pulls within 1 possession with 4:33 left to go in the game.
They're lining up for 2, or for their
lining up for the extra point to make this one a 5-point game. Argonaut all of a sudden has come to life. The snap, the kick's up by Neck, and it is good. Look at the scoreboard, 4:33 left to go in the fourth quarter. Argonaut pulls within 5, Rosemont 33, Argonaut 28. We're going to be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
Big Valley Ford Lincoln is your regional commercial van and truck headquarters. The expert sales team will help you get behind the wheel of the car or truck that's right for you, and their service department will keep that vehicle running at peak performance. Visit the team at Big Valley Ford Lincoln for a variety of new and used cars and trucks, commercial vehicles, parts, service, and financing. Big Valley Ford Lincoln, your full-service dealership on the web at bigvalleyford.biz and in the Stockton Auto Mall off Hammer Lane. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
All right, we're back here at Dan Barnett Field. 4:33 here left in the ball game. Mustangs pull within 5. 28-33 is our score here. Jake Geedy, Frank Halverson. Frank?
Well, you know, right now, Old Mo has changed. And momentum is a real thing, whether you believe it or not. Argonaut right now believes in what they've got going, and they've done it on the arm of Caspery here in the last quarter and a half. Argonaut down by 5 points now. Now, the question is, are they going to onside kick or are they going to try to kick it? They've got all 3 timeouts left. They kick it deep. Don't go out of bounds. Please don't go out of bounds. And second time in a row, they kick the ball out of bounds, going to give Rosemont the football, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. The kicking game tonight for both teams has been atrocious.
Yeah, it needs some work. I know what unit is getting a lot of work next week.
So Rosemont takes over 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line with 4:33 left to go. All of a sudden, this game is a 5-point game, 1-possession game. Argonaut still has all 3 timeouts left, and right now they need this defense to make a stop because they've got the momentum going, and they've really got Rosemont defense on their heels.
All right, boys, let's see what you can do. Come on now.
Wohlers again is going to operate from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Wohlers hands off straight ahead to number 0. Tackled in the backfield by Argonaut. That's going to be a loss of 4.
Ball carried by number 0, Michael Johnson.
Number 0 on the carry, that's Michael Johnson.
Second down for Rosemont.
That Argonaut defense right now is pumped up, and they are feeling it.
That was number 17, James Jones, on the tackle there.
They're going to call forward progress up to the 33-yard line, so only a loss of 2. It'll be second down and 12 for Rosemont.
That's really nice coming out of his nose tackle position right there.
Again, Wohlers in the shotgun, 1 back beside him. He wants to throw. He's looking right. He's going for an out pattern right there to number White. He slipped a little bit on the cut. The pass is incomplete. That'll set up a 3rd down and long for Rosemont. Thank you.
Actually, thank you. Oh, no, it's all good. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Gilliam, the AD, giving us a nice Gatorade there.
3rd down and long for Rosemont. Big time stop right here for the Argonaut Mustangs. They need it. High snap. The ball's on the ground. Fumble. Wohlers in trouble. He throws it up in the air. It's incomplete. 4th down for Rosemont. The high snap went over Wohlers' head, and he just tried to get rid of it to avoid the loss. Falls incomplete. Intended receiver was the big tight end, number 8, Bailey, but it's going to be 4th and long, and Rosemont is going to be forced to punt for only their 2nd time tonight with 3:41 left to go in the game.
Oh, man, I got so excited I dumped a quarter of this Gatorade on the ground.
4th down and long for the Mustangs. And with the kicking game the way it's been going for Rosemont, Argonaut's got to feel pretty good. High snap. The kick is off. End-over-end kick. Fielded at the 38-yard line. He takes it forward. Earl Gardner gets brought down at the 47. Argonaut has good field position with 30-31 left in the game with 3 timeouts. 1 possession game. Man, has this game turned around.
Wow, yes indeed. Yes indeed. Look at that. Woo. God, I love Friday Night Football.
All right, Argonaut has it 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line, trailing by 5 points. This would be such an upset. Rosemont comes in undefeated in league, 5-1 on the year. Caspery again going to operate in the shotgun. Argonaut's found something. Garner goes into motion. They're going to give it to him, trying to get around the right side. Tries to cut inside. He's going to be stopped for a loss on the play. Back to the 46-yard line. A loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
3:18 counting here in this ball game.
Boy, the crowd has changed. Everything is livened up, I should say.
Absolutely.
As Argonaut has had all the momentum here in the last quarter and a half, as they have it 2nd down and 12 with 2:58 left to go, trailing by 5 points. Caspery in the shotgun. He wants to throw. He's under pressure. Steps inside the rush. He's throwing deep down the field. Almost intercepted. Knocked incomplete.
Oof.
Incomplete, so 3rd down for Argonaut.
3rd down and 12 for the Mustangs. Obviously 4 down territory now with under 3 minutes left, trailing by 5.
Man, and what an arm still. I mean, he got that while running, going forward, and heaved that.
Argonaut's going to call their first timeout. They want to talk about this one very important play here with 3rd and 12, trailing by 5 points with under 3 minutes left to go in the game. We're going to keep it right here.
So,
as this game looked bleak 7 minutes ago, and all of a sudden Argonaut, with a big 3rd down here, can turn this whole thing around and hand Rosemont their first loss in league all year long as they come in 3-0 and 5-1 overall. What a comeback by the Mustangs.
oh, man. We have, looks like in a running clock there, going to the 4th quarter, Amador 47, Galt 0 right now. That is the latest on this.
Now, what Coach Hickman needs to understand is this is 2 down territory. You do not have to get 12 yards right here. You've got to call a play knowing you're going to go for it on 4th down. Positive yardage. Caspery in the shotgun. Looking. Now he's rolling to his right. He's going to throw it deep into triple coverage. The ball falls incomplete. See, that's what I was just talking about. You don't need to go for the home run there. Get yourself 8 yards. Make it 4th down and manageable. You don't need to go for the long ball there. Matter of fact, Caspery could have kept that, gone out of bounds and stopped the clock and probably gained 7 and set up a 4th and short. Now you're set yourself up in a 4th and long situation.
No, third and down.
Well, I thought I saw a flag, but I didn't see any call on it. So, yeah, it's a flag against Argonaut. So now it's 3rd down and forever for Argonaut. Caspery in the shotgun. He's back. Lots of time. Looking. Now he's under pressure. He throws it deep again. Oh, it's caught!
My God!
Breaking loose over the middle. He's all the way down to the 12-yard line.
How about that? Look at this.
Unbelievable. That pass was brought in by Lundgren. He's been a favorite target. How Lundgren caught that, I'm not sure. There were 3 Rosemont defenders around him. It was 3rd and forever. Lundgren just wanted it more and got up and snatched that ball out of the air all the way down to the 12-yard line where Argonaut has it. 1st and 10 with 2:20 left to go in the 4th quarter, looking to take their first lead of the game.
And Caspery did that with someone in his face, too.
Caspery under center, gives it to Errol Gardner, trying to get off the right side, gains about 1 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9.
Ooh. 2:05 and counting. Oh, man. I got my heart racing.
Huge completion to Lundgren.
Wow.
Looking here as that ball was in the air, it didn't look like it had a chance to be completed, but somehow Lundgren was able to pull it in and get positive yards after that, breaking a couple tackles. Straight ahead handoff, spins as he's hit, gets across the 5-yard line down to about the 3. That was Herrera. We saw Herrera last week running for some tough yards, just running angry. And right now, boy, do the Mustangs need it.
There's a timeout from Rosemont.
Rosemont's going to call a timeout and try to gather themselves because, like I said, Old Mo is on the side of the Mustangs, and that momentum is real, Coach.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, and now the great part about this too is they can get a first down and not score still. So they could convert into a whole other set of downs right there on the goal line. So that
Rosemont
is
down
really
to
nice.
one timeout. After that timeout, Argonaut still has 2. They've got it 3rd down and a long 1, or 3rd down and 3 for the touchdown.
So let's see what they got. Oh, it's electric. That band is really revving me up too. Woo!
All right, here we go. 3rd down for Argonaut. Caspery's going to operate under center. Split backs behind him. 1 receiver left. 1 receiver out to the right. Caspery hands it off. Into the end zone. Touchdown.
Is he in?
Herrera takes it in from 3 yards out, and Argonaut takes the lead for the first time tonight.
Are they gonna? They're gonna mark him short.
Oh, are you kidding me?
They're gonna mark him short.
Give me a replay, Jake.
All right, let's see what I got. No,
They've got a first down, but they're calling it short, and Rosemont's going to call a timeout. We missed the replay. That ball is on the 1 foot line as Argonaut has it 1st and goal from inside the 1.
1:13 left in this ball game. Wow, and the Mustangs got 4 tries. Ooh.
Holy Toledo.
Yeah, Rosemont's going to have to stand real tall for this one, and the Mustangs are knocking on that door. I mean, and they got different weapons. They can go Herrera. They could go, of course, with
I
Garner.
say you pound it straight ahead with Herrera 3 times in a row if you have to.
Absolutely.
That ball's inside the 1. Caspery under center. Argonaut looking for their first lead of the night.
And Wedgie.
Caspery's going to keep it himself.
And he's in!
Caspery takes it in for the 1 and takes the lead with 1:10 left to go in the contest. Unbelievable.
I don't believe this. Look at that. Little wedgie right there. How about that? Going right in there. How about that?
1:10 left to go in the game. Caspery takes it in to give Argonaut their first lead of the night. They were down by 3 scores starting the 4th quarter. What an incredible comeback by the Mustangs. Now the Mustangs are going to go for 2, leading this one 34-33. Although from what I've seen from this Rosemont kicking game, I don't think a field goal is in play. Caspery under center, split backs behind him. Motion comes from the left side. They're going to give it straight ahead. He's hit.
Herrera spins. And
going to be called stopped short.
He's in!
Now they're going to give it to him. Herrera in for the 2-point conversion. Mustangs lead at 36-33 with 1:10 to play. Unbelievable 4th quarter turnaround in this game. We're going to be back. God. Don't go away. There's 1:10 left. We'll be right back.
This is Braxton Gilman. In the game of life, unexpected hits can come out of nowhere. But with Matic Vukovic Insurance, you can tackle those surprises head on. Whether it's auto, home, business, or life insurance. My dad at Matic Vukovic has the playbook you need to stay protected.
This is Mila Gilman. I want you to call my dad at Matic Vukovic Insurance in Jackson today at 223-4040.
Hi, I'm Bo Gilman, owner of Matic Vukovic Insurance, where you can always count on a win.
All right, we're back here.
Short kickoff, fair catch called at the 34-yard line. That's where Rosemont has it with 1:09 left. Unbelievable comeback for the Mustangs here in the fourth quarter, one that I haven't seen in a long, long time, and I've been doing this a bit. Can they hold on? This Argonaut defense, the whole Argonaut team, they are pumped up and they are playing fast, and they've got Rosemont on their heels. 1st and 10 for Rosemont at the 35-yard line after the fair catch. Wohlers, the leading passer in the league. Let's see what he's got left. 3 receivers to the right. Wohlers wants to throw. He's got time. He's looking. Now scrambles out to his left. He's going to tuck it and go out of bounds for a gain of about 6 on the play. Clock stops at 59 seconds left.
9 seconds right here. Yeah, and good coverage downfield, forcing him to get around there. Yeah, and you know, and Frank, you're right. The whole posture has changed. The whole posture has changed from Rosemont.
2nd down for Rosemont. Wohlers, 1 back behind him to the right. 3 receivers out to the right. He's looking. He throws underneath, complete. That's going to be good for a first down. The clock will stop as they move the chains. That'll bring it up to the 45-yard line, so the clock will start as soon as they get the chain set. The white hat winds his arm. The clock is moving. 1st and 10 for Rosemont. Wohler's back. Now he's in trouble. He's rolling to his right. He throws over the middle, and the receiver slipped, and that ball goes incomplete. The intended receiver on the play was number 1, Kylan English. Incomplete. And it looks like Argonaut's going to call a timeout. We're going to keep it right here. 41 seconds left. That's Argonaut's last timeout. Or no, excuse me.
They have 1 more, I believe.
I don't know if they took that off the board. Argonaut just called a timeout. I believe that was their last timeout, but we'll see. Argonaut leading this one 36-33. They trailed this game 33-14 entering the fourth quarter, and on the arm of Caspary have charged back into the lead. This is obviously the biggest upset of the year, with Rosemont coming in here undefeated in league and 5-1 overall, expected to get away with an easy victory tonight, and Argonaut's giving them all they want and more.
41 seconds, boys. Just 41 ticks.
Ball sits at the 45-yard line at 2nd and 10 for the Wolverines.
God, what a night.
Wohlers brings him up to the line. 1 back behind him to his right. Motion comes from the right side. That's the big tight end. He's looking to the left. He throws it over the intercepted by Argonaut. He gets across the 40-yard line. He's up to like 50. He's still on his feet across the 44, tiptoeing down the sidelines. Argonaut interception by number 16.
Beautiful.
Edison Neck on the interception.
He came in from his safety position, just undercut the route, coming full speed. What a game, Frank. Oh, my
Unbelievable.
goodness.
Next steps right in front of the pass, intercepts the ball with Rosemont having no timeouts left and only 29 seconds left on the clock. Argonaut goes to the victory formation, and they're going to pull out the most improbable win that you've seen all year and for many years.
Wow. Here we go.
Victory formation for the Mustangs. They kneel it down. And folks, unbelievable magic can happen. The Argonaut Mustangs upset the Rosemont Wolverines 36-33. We are going to be back with our Mark Twain Medical Center post-game show right after this.
We're talking to another satisfied JS West propane customer. And what is your occupation, sir?
I am a short order cook.
Where are you?
Down here.
Say, you are short.
Don't start with me. Order up!
And you like JS West because?
I get clean, steady, dependable heat for my grill.
What do you cook on this grill?
Everything from hamburgers to shrimp. Don't say it.
I wasn't going to say it.
I won an award, you know.
Wasn't going to say it. Say, did you know that JS West Propane proudly serves Tuolumne, Calaveras, and Amador counties? And I won the Small Businessman of the Year award. Not going to say it.
For all your propane needs in Amador and Calaveras counties, call Ernie Burgess with JS West Propane, 209-916-5323.
Yeehaw! It's Conifer Internet, y'all. If your Netflix starts to stall, call us up. If your Zoom can't load it all, call us up. If your modem's out of luck and your hotspot's just a schmuck, then what you waiting for? Call us up.
Call us up at 866-378-8393.
Remember when going for a walk around the block was easy and pain-free? Future you is ready to feel like that again. Mark Twain Medical Center's orthopedic experts are with you throughout the process, from first consultation to your last physical therapy session, so you can get back to living without joint pain, and future you can wander far and wide. Visit marktwainmedicalcenter.org/orthopedics. Mark Twain Medical Center. Hello, human kindness. You're listening to high school football action on the voice of the Gold Country, KVGC and KVGCradio.com.
And welcome back to Dan Barnett Field for your Mark Twain Medical Center post-game show, where you have just witnessed one of the biggest upsets I've seen in a long time. Frank, how about that?
Well, I got to tell you what. I think most people who were at this game and listening on the radio or watching on YouTube had this in the books as an Argonaut loss, including me.
Yeah.
Rosemont totally controlled this game the whole time, and they led 33-14 after 3 quarters, and there was nothing to make you believe that Argonaut had anything in the tank, that they were going to come back on a 3-possession deficit to win this game. Then things changed. I was talking about the whole game long. Casper can throw the football. You need to open up your offense. And on the arm of Casper and some great defensive play in that 4th quarter, the Mustangs came back and from insurmountable odds and pulled the greatest upset that I've seen in a long, long time. And Rosemont is going to have a long bus ride home.
Yeah, I'm looking down there. The kids are still celebrating. Look at Casper. Casper is crying. He's so emotional. He's just like, oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Well, that's insane.
You know, let's go through the game.
Yeah.
So Rosemont took the opening kickoff, and they started at their 43-yard line and drove the ball down, and a 6-yard touchdown from Wallers to Inglis at 9:51 led 6-0. Argonaut gets the ball back, their first possession. They fumble the ball. Rosemont picks it up on a scoop and score, and before we even know we're hardly in the game at 8:29, Rosemont led 13-0. Argonaut gets it back, turns it over on downs. Rollers to Hughes, 24-yard touchdown at the end of 1. Rosemont led 19-0. And all signs pointed to a Rosemont blowout. The second quarter started. What does Argonaut do? They fumble. But the defense stands up and Rosemont has to punt. But then Argonaut turns it over on downs. And Rodriguez takes it in from 3 yards out, and they led 27-0. Rosemont was behind. Argonaut finally gets on the board on a Casper to Lundgren pass for a 27-7 lead. And I think we've got that. Let's hear what happens right now. Argonaut hurries the line. Casper again in the shotgun. Motion comes from the right side. Casper's looking. He wants to throw. He's throwing in the corner. Got an open receiver. It's caught. Touchdown! 32-yard touchdown. Casper to Lundgren to put Argonaut on the board. Well, that was our Mel and Faves in the BG Lounge call of the game, and that's how the first half ended, 27-7. Argonaut would receive the kickoff to start the second half, and right away they would turn it over on downs. But this is where the game started to change. Rosemont would fumble, but then Argonaut would fumble it right back, and Wohlers to Taylor for a touchdown for a 32-7 lead. And then they started going to the air, and Casper went back to work. He found his favorite target again in Lundgren on a 55-yard touchdown pass with 7 seconds left in the third quarter to cut the lead to 33-14.
And that was a beautiful pass, too.
And that's when the magic started. Casper threw a dart to Lundgren on that pass.
It was incredible.
Rosemont would turn it over on downs. Argonaut would turn it over on downs. Rocky would recover a fumble from Rosemont, and then a 6-yard touchdown for Argonaut, and they were back in the game 21-33. An interception by Constance, and Argonaut had the ball back. A huge first down to Lundgren, and then first and goal inside the 1 with 1:13 left, scores a touchdown, 28-13, and all of a sudden Argonaut had a shot. The defense holds Rosemont to 3 and out, and Caspary takes it in from the 1-yard line. The 2-point conversion was good. 36-33 win, sealed off by an interception by Edison Neck. Absolutely incredible comeback, a game that was written off, a game that was already in the books. Rosemont was looking at going to 4-0 in league, and all of a sudden the Mustangs came back, and Rosemont was shell-shocked as Argonaut pulls off the most improbable comeback maybe in their history to win this one 36-33. Absolutely unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Our player of the game, I am going to give our player of the game to Jordan Caspary, because this game really turned around when Coach finally let him show off that arm as he delivered pass after pass. Lundgren had some great catches, especially that one that led back to the touchdown that took the lead when he jumped up and high-pointed that ball. Just an incredible comeback, incredible effort by the Argonaut Mustangs. Caspary is our player of the game. Unbelievable.
No doubt. Well, dare I say, what are we looking at next week now?
Well, I'll tell you what, whatever it is, it won't match tonight. So before I get to that, first of all, I want to thank all of our sponsors, our pregame sponsor, JS West Propane, our game sponsors, Campbell Construction, Madich Vukovic Insurance, Big Valley Ford, Armstrong & Son Construction, The Glass Doctor, Toman Associates, our halftime sponsor, Conifer Communications, the postgame sponsor, Mark Twain Medical Center, our call of the game, Mel and the Faze of the BG Lounge, and our player of the game, which was given to Caspary tonight, and our scoring update, Mountain Merchant. And, of course, we want to thank our internet provider, Jason Wilson, remotely located. From myself and Jake and Michael and Jim back at the studios, we want to thank you for watching. We want to thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I joined calling the game. Next week, we are going to be back here at Argonaut, I believe, as Argonaut takes on Galt. So, again, from all of us here at KVGC Sports, KVGC Radio, we want to thank you again. We appreciate our sponsors. Thanks for watching. Incredible football game, and we'll see you next week. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right, thank you, Frank, and thank you, Jake. Of course, thank you, Michael, and all of our sponsors. We're going to join